Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Other Castle.
The Other Castle, I'm Andrea.
And my name is Tom.
And here on The Other Castle, we do the plot, lore, and more behind all your favorite video games, which means we cover who made them, why they made them, how they made them, and then essentially an audiobook of the whole game itself.
If this is your first time checking us out, you can go to our website, theothercastlepodcast.com.
That's theothercastlepodcast.com.
Over there, we've got our Instagram, our Discord, our item shop, as well as our Patreon.
Our Patreon is free for the first 7 days.
That's such a great deal.
Yes.
And you're especially going to want to subscribe because we do monthly episodes during our off season, which is approaching after this episode.
This is the last episode of this season.
Yes, season 12 is coming to an end. I'm so sorry to say it, but we do have some special treats planned after the season is over.
And especially for our Patreon.
Yes. It's as low as $2 a month, as well as a $5 and up tier where you get DLCs, histories, movie commentaries, and so much more, including a video series.
With adventures.
Yes. But here today, we are talking about Ghost of Yotei.
I love ghost stories.
It's not that kind of ghost story. Not a horror game.
I thought this was Insidious.
No, this is the follow-up to 2020's Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, also not a ghost story. Got it.
After the success of that game, Sucker Punch dove straight into making a second entry.
They just gave up on the Nfamous series after this, huh?
A little bit, I think so. Maybe they're going back into it after this.
But, like, they did so well with Ghost of Tsushima that they're like, you know what? That's made it famous.
Yeah, it kind of
so
did.
So fuck Nfamous.
I mean, Ghost of Tsushima is on my Mount Rushmore.
That's so cool.
But, like, this might eke it out, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, it's a pretty great fucking
I'm
game.
fucking seated. I haven't played either of them, but I've watched them over your shoulder, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I did do a playthrough of Ghost of Tsushima on our YouTube channel, so you can watch me play the entire game.
You got attacked by a bear in that.
I did. So, with the second one, they decided not to go with a direct sequel. They had completed the story of Jin Sakai, in their opinion.
Oh.
Especially considering they allowed the player to choose how that game concluded by either allowing Uncle Lord Shimura to live or die.
That's right.
Besides, it's always so annoying having to take a character that you leveled up to OP back down to 0 for a new game.
That sucked in Spider-Man 2.
Right?
Like, I was like, I put so many fucking hours into teaching you how to do all this cool shit, and you just forgot, Peter?
And Miles Morales, because they had the Miles Morales game.
Miles, baby, come on.
Once again, they sought inspiration from film, watching many Japanese action films such as Lady Snowblood, 13 Assassins, Yojimbo, and especially 2004's Kill Bill.
If there was ever a Hamburger Samurai movie, it is Kill Bill.
Right? Absolutely it is.
I'm sorry, is that the term that they used on the last one?
That is, yeah.
Okay. In the vein of spaghetti western, Hamburger Samurai.
Entirely. But that's what's funny is that Quentin Tarantino didn't make up that term. It was the team at Sucker Punch that came up with that name.
But Quentin Tarantino really owned it with Kill Bill. That's so good.
Totally did. They wanted to avoid writing another story about a foreign invader and started studying up on Japanese history to find the right era to set this new story. Settling in on the 1600s, 300 years after the story of the first game.
So there's no Jin to be seen. He is dust.
He has been dead.
He's come back as a fox. That's fine if that is what happens after, but got you. That's a huge time jump.
It was such a surprise, especially after that first trailer.
Right.
It was essentially Japan's Wild Wild West time period. There was loose government oversight that was beginning to creep across the land, with people mostly governing themselves in a more or less peaceful place. But if someone fucked around, it was kill or be killed.
Hell yeah.
By the time production got underway, they had a really tight and workable schedule. They were familiar with their proprietary game engine, as well as the PS5's mechanics, so there was no learning curve to get around, setting their goal of a 4.5-year turnaround time with little to no crunch.
Okay.
They next needed to cast their lead, going with a female protagonist thanks to their film influences. They cast actor and Dropout TV regular Erika Ishii for the lead role.
Oh, I love them.
I have loved Erica long before Ghost of Yotei, and like as an actor and comedian, honestly. I was so fucking excited seeing they got cast. They made a name for themselves in video game voiceover, having appeared in 44 previous titles.
Whoa, I didn't know they were working that much.
Fucking prolific. Games such as Fallout 76, Final Fantasy VII Remake, The Last of Us 2, Destiny 2, World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, Apex Legends, Cyberpunk, and Mortal Kombat, just to name a few.
Can I spoil something?
Please.
They're also the reigning actually champion.
They are, yeah.
They won the Tournament of Champions recently, and I was so happy because I was rooting hard for Erica. I was like, I want to see you win.
I want to see them host.
And it was kind of fucked up because there was a Cyberpunk question.
Right.
And Erica was like, I'm in Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
But they nailed it. They took home the crown, and I'm so proud.
Rounding out the cast, they brought in Nasir Dalal, known for his voice work as Charles Smyth in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, hell yeah.
Scorpion in Cyberpunk, and Mysterio in Spider-Man 2.
I didn't know he was Mysterio.
I mean, not the Jake Gyllenhaal version, but yeah.
Yeah, but the side quest that takes over the whole fucking amusement park, that's great. He's a great Mysterio. That's a great actor that you can't tell that that's the same person.
Vanishes. Like, I did notice that Scorpion was Charles Smith, but since then, I could never have told you in a million years. Same actor in these different roles.
No, hell yeah.
There's also Jeannie Bollet, best known for her work as Echo in Overwatch,
Echo.
but has also appeared in Hogwarts Legacy as well as Cyberpunk.
So you can just wander into CD Projekt Red and they'll just put you in a booth, right? Like,
basically, yeah.
Everyone and their mother has been in Cyberpunk.
They really cast I think there's like 200 different actors in that too.
Most of the budget was for actors.
They then cast Fedor Chin for the story's main villain, a very prolific voice actor who portrays Zenyatta in Overwatch.
Oh, shit.
He appeared in Sleeping Dogs, Ghost of Tsushima as the character Adachi, who has a very memorable death scene in the opening of that game.
Oh, fuck.
And Master Splinter in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows.
I went through an Overwatch phase and I watched a lot of behind the scenes. He has an extremely charming smile.
Right?
He has the biggest smile and it's like contagious.
Pulled up his IMDb and it was just all teeth.
But like beautiful teeth.
Yeah, in a great way.
Yeah.
Once again, they used extensive mocap for the many cutscenes, often rewriting the script as the actors developed the characters during their performances.
I love when a studio is like, I want you to play and sit in this character and own it, and we'll make sure it adapts to what you feel is the truth for that character.
Yeah, sometimes having to return to reshoot scenes years later to accommodate for some of those changes.
Oh, shit. No, I actually said I was allergic to mango, so can we go back and reshoot that lunch scene we did 2 years ago? Fuck.
They hired a bunch of historians, including members of the Ainu tribe, Japan's indigenous population.
Oh, cool.
To correctly portray how people of the 1600s behaved and lived in rural Japan. The 1600s were known as the Ezo period for Japan, so they set the location on the island of Ezo itself, known for its towering icon, Mount Yotei. Once again, keeping the silhouette of the real setting, but altering the terrain so that it can represent all of Japan, preventing the landscape from becoming stale for the gamer. Just like the first game, they chose to include different modes that the game can be played in, bringing back Kurosawa mode, a black and white film grade version with more fierce winds and Japanese dialogue.
That's so cool.
They worked directly with the Kurosawa estate to ensure its accuracy even.
Hell yeah.
But Akira Kurosawa was not the only director they decided to celebrate this time around, including 2 additional modes.
Oh.
One of them being Takashi Miike mode, a version of the game where the combat sequences would be reminiscent of his films, such as the aforementioned 13 Assassins.
Huh.
He's known for much tighter shots, filling the frame with the characters instead of the background.
Oh, cool. So it just goes really tight when you're in that mode.
Yeah, as well as extreme gore with blood flying fucking everywhere, sometimes to a comical degree.
Is this so much fun?
Like, so cool, but it also makes it a lot harder because there are times where, like, Enemies are off to your side in your peripheral, and you can't see them in this mode.
And then you're like, who the fuck did you come from?
The third version is Shinichiro Watanabe mode. He's famous as a director of anime, particularly the cultural juggernaut, Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, shit.
While visually nothing changes, musically it does.
That's interesting.
It swaps out the very traditional Japanese instruments of the original score, and swaps it out for a hip-hop inspired lo-fi soundtrack instead.
They had to create 2 different scores?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
With many of the tracks being directed by Watanabe himself.
Wait, that's sick.
The game was announced during a Sony State of Play presentation on September 24th, 2024, showcasing the classic Hamburger Samurai style music composed by Toma Otowa over shots of the incredible world of Ezo-era Yotei. Shocking the gaming world that the second game wouldn't feature Jin Sakai.
Yeah, that's a hard pill to swallow sometimes.
Now a new female main character, hellbent on revenge.
Hell yeah, girl.
The game itself released on October 2nd, 2025, to critical and fan acclaim, receiving a Metacritic score of 86, right in line with its predecessor.
Fuck yeah.
It was nominated for every major award at the Game Awards, only to be beaten by the powerhouse that was Expedition 33.
Fuck, that was a hard year, the Game Awards.
Which even Erika Ishii agreed with, seeing as they cheered wildly for Jennifer English when she beat Erika for Best Performance. Considering all of the massive improvements to the second entry in the series, the game cost about $60 million to make. A pretty low number for a modern AAA masterpiece.
I just imagine that in quarters, and that's a lot of money, but yeah.
Giving it a pretty easy hurdle to clear in terms of sales goals.
That's fair. Under 100 million is relatively cheap for a game like this.
They were able to make their money back after just 1 million copies sold. Which it did. Threefold. In the first month.
Fuck yeah, we're getting another Ghost.
On March 10th, 2026, they released their multiplayer mode.
Oh, I didn't know about this at all.
Yeah, it's called Legends, which was similar to the same mode on Tsushima, giving players a co-op and mildly competitive experience. So far, there have not been any announcements about story expansions, but considering we got Iki Island for the first game, I wouldn't be surprised if we get one sometime in the future.
Right, because I think Iki Island came around the 1 year mark or so for Tsushima.
Just about, with the director's cut.
And we're not even close to a full year celebration of this game yet.
No. As they have stated, they want to maintain that same tight 4.5-year development cycle on all future games. But a big part of that is writing and casting. So they have to keep the programmers busy with something while they work that kind of stuff out.
I don't know, find a fucking island for her to go to. We gotta go hunt down some actors.
So hopefully it's more adventure with Atsu and friends.
Yeah.
For now though, Goombas, it's time to form your wolf pack and seek bloody vengeance. Because this is Ghost of Yotei. As per Ghost tradition, the game menu appears to select your subs and dubs, as well as mode and all the special features the game has to offer, while a tree blows in the wind for the background. Once you finish selecting, the menus vanish, and the camera pans down the tree, which we see is on active fire.
No one does the openings like Sucker Punch.
Landing on a young Japanese girl of about 12 years old, crying over the corpses of her dead parents.
That's how the game opens?
Just right out the fucking gate.
Fuck.
She grabs a nearby stick and stands, brandishing it like a weapon, as 6 adults, 5 of whom are wearing masks, stare her down. The man without one is named Saito, and one of the others asks what they're going to do with the little girl. He responds coldly, "Make an example."
Ugh.
He approaches her, and she backs up until she bumps into the tree. He apologizes to her, calling the girl Little Wolf, as he pulls a samurai sword and drives it straight through her shoulder, embedding it into the tree.
Oh my god, that's so gory.
Then he turns and walks off silently as his crew follows behind. The giant ginkgo tree continues to burn, and the little girl screams, all alone in a world of fire and pain. The scene becomes a sepia-toned sumi-e painting, which consists of thick, watery black ink. An adult woman's voice comes over the painting as it shifts and swirls into other images, telling of a legend her mother passed down before her passing, of the Onryo, a vengeful spirit wandering the land, seeking vengeance. On the night her family was massacred, the little girl became one. The sword that pinned her to the tree was made by her father, a master swordsmith. She managed to escape death and fled to an island south of her home. There she learned to fight, joining the local militia when she became of age, and used her father's sword to slaughter countless enemies, each one imposed in her mind with the masks of those 6 evil bastards who took everything from her. 16 years she spent in the South, training, honing her skills with a sword, all so she could return to her former home of Ezo, which today we call Hokkaido, determined to ensure that every single member of the Yotei Six meets their end at the tip of her blade, with her first target being a man, known as the Snake. You take control of Atsu, the girl who is now a full-grown warrior woman. As you sit in front of a campfire, holding a long, skinny strip of fabric, you dip a paintbrush into an ink pot and begin writing on the cloth. Your kill list 6. The snake, the kitsune, the oni, the dragon, the spider, and finally, Lord Saito. Each of their masks flashing before your eyes as you write their name. You finish the list and place a hand over your shoulder, feeling the phantom pain of your father's sword driven through you. You stand to reveal you're high up on a ridge, looking down on a small village in the dead of night. A growl can be heard to your right, so you look over and smile, asking if the wolf who made the noise is still with you.
Oh, you have a dog friend.
The beast bares its fangs as you descend into the village with your shamisen on your back and katana sheathed to your hip.
What is a shamisen?
It is a Japanese guitar-like instrument. It's that very twangy, like dung 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 dung, that kind of sound.
Oh, Christina has one of those.
Yeah.
My friend, my friend has studied a lot of traditional Japanese instruments.
Okay.
And growing up, like she had a room full of them. And
Oh,
does a lot of.
Awesome.
She's from Okinawa and has a lot of very specifically like Okinawan instruments. But then like her family traveled across Japan and they've accumulated a lot of these. That's so cool. So she's a musician on top of being the baddest bitch in Japan.
She's a fantastic musician on top of it all.
Oh, that's so cool.
The villagers are scared, running into their homes as you walk through the streets. But they're not fleeing from you. They're frightened by a group of outlaws who have come here and taken over. You see them a few blocks down, torturing a fucking horse.
Oh my god.
Throwing rocks at it and laughing.
Ew.
You approach as villagers warn you not to engage. These are dangerous men.
These guys are playing horses. They're fucked up.
You ignore their warning and head straight to the horse, calming it, saying the men are sorry. They're not sure what to make of you. And once the horse is settled, you turn and put your hand to the hilt of your weapon. They laugh at you, a petite woman who fancies herself a fighter.
So she has like a small frame on top of being
Very much
a
so.
woman.
Saying they'll bring you to their boss. He likes it rough.
Ew.
You quickly dispatch the assholes before they know what hits them, leaving their bodies for the birds. You hear your true target, the snake, laughing from inside a nearby building, and approach it holding a torch. You open the door to find a bunch more men laughing, with their ringleader, a scrawny wisp of a man. He sees you and smiles, asking if you're here to light his pipe.
Ew. I do appreciate that they're like, there's nothing redeeming about these people. These are the worst people on earth.
And he's like missing half his teeth on top of that. He's just disgusting.
He's just gross.
You casually place the tip of your torch to the roof of the wooden building, setting it ablaze, and then toss it into the center of the room.
That's fucking cool.
The snake is impressed by your boldness and instructs his men to attack. Outside, you fill their bodies with holes. The snake, drunk off his fucking ass, comes stumbling out, holding the same mask he wore on the night of your family's murder, laughing. He asks who you are, and in response, you hold out your sword, pointing it straight at him. He recognizes it instantly.
Oh, shit.
The Tsuba depicting two twin wolves circling around it as a very distinct design. And a Tsuba is the hilt guard of the katana.
Oh, cool.
He giggles, shocked to find out you survived that night. He calls you Little Wolf, and you correct him, saying your name is Atsu. You hold your father's sword high, and he puts on his mask, drawing his own weapon. Disappointed you would confront him while he's drunk. As your swords clash, he asks if you've dreamt of this moment, and you're instantly taken back to that night. The scenery around you shifts to the burning ginkgo tree, and you're the little girl, holding a sword as long as you are tall, fighting the man known as the snake. He throws some dirt in your eye, and you return to the present. Fire still surrounds, as the building you caught fire spreads to the grasses encompassing your duel. You trip, blinded by the sneak attack, and the snake pulls a single-shot pistol, pointing it at your head.
There's guns now!
Oh, there are guns now. Just as he fires it, your wolf friend comes running in from the shadows and bites down on his hand, causing him to miss.
Good boy.
He rages, and you stand to fight once more. But he eventually gets the best of you, knocking your sword from your grasp. You go to retrieve it, and he grabs your leg, tripping you. You hit the ground and flash back to being that little girl as he drags you toward the burning tree. He mounts you and drives his sword right through your shoulder into the ground.
Oh my god.
The pain snaps you back to now. You've trained 16 years for this moment, only to end up right back where you started, driven through by a madman. You pull a small knife from your hip and start stabbing the snake in every part of his body you can reach, causing him to reflexively remove his katana from your body.
Fuck yeah.
You scream out in fury as he begins to bleed out from the dozen wounds you just opened up.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
You keep going until he falls down on top of you dead. You pass out from the combination of his dead weight, your own blood loss, and exhaustion. The villagers surround you both, and the wind picks up. Your eyes snap open, and in a rage you throw the snake's body off of you. The townsfolk are shocked, as they assumed you were dead.
It's like they've seen a ghost.
You stand and retrieve your sword. With the blood of the snake still fresh upon it, you raise the cloth with the names of the Yotei Six and slide it across the snake, staining it red.
That's so fucking cool.
Signifying the defeat of the first of the Yotei Six. Having rescued the tortured horse when the locals wouldn't dare to, you claim it as your own, mounting it and riding off into the night.
Honestly, a fair bounty.
As the music swells and the words Sucker Punch Studios fill the screen. The sun rises over Mount Yotei, a dormant volcano far in the distance, as you burst out onto a lush green landscape, galloping at full speed as the opening credits scroll.
What a fucking opening. Like, the opening to Tsushima is insane and bonkers, but this one feels so much more Western.
Right, it does.
Immediately.
It's a shorter prologue, too, which I did enjoy.
Okay, cool. God, it felt weighty. That
Yeah.
was a lot. We went through, like, half of the first Kill Bill movie. Like,
Right?
it's so Kill Bill.
Oh, it gets way more Kill Bill later, too. It's
And
crazy.
Girl assassin with a sword kills a snake named Assassin. Tom, that's pretty fucking Kill Bill.
Wait for it.
Oh, no.
You approach a ridge, a stone's throw from your former home, a lone sanctuary on a small hilltop, as the title fills your view. You pull out a spyglass and zoom in on the deserted house you used to call home. noticing the ginkgo tree that once burned is blossoming again. You know you must find the rest of the Yotei Six, but your past is calling to you, so you decide to start there. Everything is burnt and rotten, with the exception of the large tree. Most of it is still black and charred, but life somehow springs from it. Yellow leaves hanging from the branches that managed to sustain themselves all these years later. You cross the gateway onto the grounds, and you're once again a young girl. Your twin brother, Ogelbeh, runs by, shoving you, saying, "You're it!" So you give chase, running through your mother's beautifully kept gardens. You pass by your father, working on his sword crafting, who encourages you to run faster, try harder, catch your brother. Your mother, on the other hand, calls to you, saying it's time to practice your shamisen. But not before you catch up to Ogelbeh and shove him back. With the game of tag over, you head off for music lessons with Mom. In Ghost of Tsushima, the lead character Jin Sakai played the flute. In Yotei, you play the shamisen.
That's so cool.
Using the center touchpad of the PlayStation controller, you slide your finger up and down until you find the right starting note, and from there the song begins to play itself. You and your mother perform in tandem, as the wind kicks up around the two of you. She says that the instrument you play was a gift from her mother, your grandmother. The wind always blows when she plays, as if it's her spirit coming by to say hello, guiding her hand. Saying that music isn't bound to this world. It belongs to all. Saying that when she eventually passes, she too will always be listening.
That's some sinner shit.
The past around you vanishes, and you're once again an adult, in the same spot looking out at the nothing that remains of your once glorious life. Wondering if your mother is still there, listening. From here, you're able to effortlessly transition between past and present, instantly transforming the landscape and yourself, showing off the power of the PS5 in ways only Sony-owned studios can, or are mandated to anyway. In adult form, you go around repairing the house and surroundings. As a child, you mess around with Ogelbeh, helping him bury money in the dirt so he can save up for armor, as he wants to be a samurai one day, something your father has actively fought against.
Aww.
As well as help your dad craft a sword. He asks if you want to see something special, and of course you do. He pulls out his masterpiece, the finest katana he ever crafted, made specifically to protect his family.
Aww.
Even your peaceful mother is amazed by it. It's the sword you will one day come to know extremely well, long before it would set out on its mission of vengeance. You point out the wolves on the Tsuba, and he says it was inspired by you and Ogelbeh, his twin wolves.
Aww.
You ask to hold it, and he says no, not until you've trained.
He's like, "You're gonna cut me down, babe. Don't do it."
So he tells you and Ogelbeh to head to the training circle, and asks Mother to play some music to set the scene. Using sticks, you and your brother spar, with your father calling out instructions to both of you, saying the winner gets an extra portion of fish for dinner. You gloat in your victory over Ogelbeh, and your mother tells you to stop. A wolf needs her pack, and that your family is stronger together. In the present, you go to where your family is buried, pulling the sword you so longed to hold as a child. You place it before them, promising to hunt down every last member of the Yotei Six and bring them peace. Then, you will join them in death.
Oh, like immediately?
That's the plan, anyway.
Whoa.
Your wolf friend appears, as he isn't your pet or companion, just another wandering spirit like yourself, showing up when needed most.
A situationship?
Sorry, that was really good. With a wolf. He walks off the property reminding you of your mission. Kicking off Chapter 1, The Lone Wolf. You dig up the money your brother buried years ago before heading out, saying he would have made a great samurai, even if it was something your father wouldn't have wanted for him.
It was still there.
It was still there, yeah, they buried it, and he's not there anymore.
That's actually kind of cool.
You find a group of traveling merchants. They're from an ancient race of people known as the Ainu, the indigenous people of Ezo. Your father taught you some of their language, saying they're one of the few groups in the region you can always rely on to be good people. They invite you to have supper with them and share stories of the area, telling you the Yotei Six are trying to gather allies and have approached the Ainu several times. They have beef with Clan Matsumai, basically a governmental body trying to bring classism to the island.
Ugh.
Building roads, collecting taxes, that sort of thing.
Society.
The Ainu don't mind them since they often have money to buy their wares. But with the recent run-ins with the Yotei Six, they've become a bit more militant in their dealings. Many of the Ainu have fled to avoid the conflicts.
Oh, wow.
You thank the merchants for the hospitality, and they welcome you to seek them out should you ever need anything.
I do appreciate this mechanic as like, here's how we're going to start the currency system. Here's some money to get you started.
Right?
And here's how we establish where you can do your trading.
Here's some merchants for you.
Yeah.
You decide to check out a stable nearby. You worked there during summers as a child, figuring the keeper there would know where you can look for more of the Yotei Six. When you arrive, he's releasing all of his horses into the wild.
You're there on the last day of stable
Right?
ship? Holy shit.
Good timing. You question why, and they say it's because Lord Saito, leader of the Yotei Six, has been coming around demanding them. Better to set them free than to place them in the services of a madman.
Oh.
As he says this, Saito's forces arrive, noticing the empty stables. They're pissed, saying the stable master will pay for this. You tell the man to hide, while you go around and kill the intruders.
Hell yeah.
After they die, you let the stable master know he won't be bothered by them any longer. And he's like, shit, well now I don't have my horses anymore.
The timing of this was fucking terrible, Atsu.
So you offer to help him track them down.
I appreciate that Atsu's like, I totally get that was like kind of a fucked situation. Let me help you out.
On the way, he says that this place was built through the generous donations from a local swordsmith, Master Kengo.
Oh, shit.
After what Lord Saito did to him and his family, he could never allow him to take his horses.
So Atsu's family was very well regarded in this region, too.
Extraordinarily. You remember back to when you worked the stables, and a couple horses had ran off. You and your father helped this man find them. You tease him in the present, saying that after 16 years, he's still losing his horses. He's like, wait a minute. You're Kengo's daughter, aren't you? You confirm, and he says that he owes you a horse for helping him find them twice.
And you're like, well, I have this one that's super traumatized, so let me see what you got.
Yeah, you do tell him that you have one, but he insists, saying his are the finest horses in all of Ezo.
And the horse you have has a bunch of rock holes in it from where it got bullied.
Yeah, he can tell that yours has clearly been mistreated.
Your horse is traumatized, Atsu. Take one of these.
He offers you one of two, or you can choose to keep the one that you had.
You can keep the fucked up horse.
Yeah. After you choose, you can name it one of three names. Shimaki, which means tornado. Mokizuki, meaning full moon. Or Hamura, the word for flame.
If your horse's butt is big enough, you gotta go with full moon, right?
Well, I did go with full moon Mokizuki, but mainly because wolves are kind of the theme of the game anyway.
Wolves, not werewolves, Tom. Did it have a big butt?
Yes, it has a huge ass.
Hell yeah.
Unfortunately, the man doesn't have any leads, and you head off to find more of your father's old friends in the hopes one can lead you to the Yotei Six.
I appreciate that he didn't jump the gun on assuming you were Kengo's daughter because he was busy holding his horses.
Oh my goodness. Ba-dum-bum. So, you look for a man named Ogelbeh. Your father always described him as a legendary bounty hunter, known for dual-wielding katanas.
Oh, that's sick. Hell yeah.
Your father crafted a sword for him long ago. You find Ogelbeh in a hut on the side of Mount Yotei, who is now one-armed and no longer able to dual-wield.
Shut the fuck up. Sorry, that's some really cruel irony, and you were just cruel in your description. That was great.
You ask him to teach you how to fight with two swords, but he's apprehensive. Even if you are the daughter of Kengo, he lost his arm using this technique after all. in a fight with Lord Saito himself.
It's like when you sneeze when you're merging lanes when you're driving. You're like, this could go really wrong. That's kind of the risk you take when you dual wield swords.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a long blade. You could lose an arm.
After some prodding, he agrees to train you, saying your left arm is weak and you need to strengthen it.
He twisted his arm.
The one that he had left, yeah.
Oh.
So he makes you live left-handed for days.
This is the inverse of what happened to your father.
Yeah. It truly is. No, my dad was left-handed and he grew up in that era where they like forced you to become right-handed on top of it. He went to school with nuns. They would beat his... Oh, yeah, it was a bad thing.
Wrap your knuckles, that type of thing.
Yeah. Turns out that this causes dyslexia in people.
Whoa, because it's like tripping up your nerves and like how you're receiving information?
Yeah, they discovered this after my dad actually passed away.
Oh my God.
But I grew up thinking my dad was illiterate because he couldn't read. But it turns out my dad was dyslexic the entire time.
He got the literacy beaten out of him.
Yeah.
By the nunner. I'm sorry. I'm distracting us, but I want to hear more about this story later. That's crazy. So Atsu goes through this.
Right. Yeah, Hanbei makes you cut through bamboo.
Oh.
Doing everything you can possibly do with your non-dominant arm. Building the muscle and laughing when you complain about its soreness.
Because he's like, haha, fuck you.
It's actually quite brilliant. Just like in Tsushima, you can increase your sword skills by cutting bamboo. To do so, you have to do a bunch of button mashing with your right hand. But here, they make you do it with the buttons on the left side of the controller.
That's so on the D-pad of it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so clever.
Since they've never made you do it with your left before, it's genuinely hard as hell.
Well, you're one of those right-handed people. So.
I am, yeah.
You genuinely don't use that hand as much. God, that's it's so intuitive. I love it.
While doing this, you ask him questions about his fight with Lord Saito, hoping you can pick up some pointers for your inevitable battle. He says that Lord Saito is building an army to combat the control of the oligarchy. The shogun of Clan Matsumai is trying to take control of Ezo, and Lord Saito is fighting for the freedom of the people here.
Honestly, that's not like the worst thing to fight for.
Yeah, you're kind of like, what the fuck? Lord Saito is a freedom fighter? There's no way Hanbei believes this.
Okay, I'm with Atsu on this.
He says it doesn't matter what he believes. Many people in the region do. That's the true power of Lord Saito.
Son of a bitch.
His ability to convince others to follow him. In the end, he's just another power-hungry motherfucker. But he uses people's hatred of the government to gain their trust and favor.
Yeah, I mean, taking down an oligarchy, not the worst cause in
Right?
the world, but at what cost?
That night, you sit with him at a fire looking out over the valley. In the distance, you can just barely make out your old house. Hanbei says that the night your family died, he saw the ginkgo tree burning. But he sat here, doing nothing. You tell him it wasn't his fault. It was yours.
Yeah, his arms were tied.
Flashing back, you are a young girl in the woods with your brother Jubei. The two of you are foraging for mushrooms to bring back for dinner. Jubei is complaining, saying you are way off the beaten path, but you assure him it's fine. Then you see a wolf, and Jubei is scared. You tell him it's okay, you can trust it, but the wolf shows its teeth and growls.
Ugh.
A shot rings out, and the wolf runs. From the trees, Lord Saito emerges, approaching the two of you in a friendly manner, saying that he just saved your lives. You're lucky he was here. This was your first time seeing and hearing a gunshot. You ask him to do it again, excitedly.
Atsu's first reaction is, do it again.
He laughs, surprised, saying, "You don't scare easily, do you?" You notice the katana on his hip and ask if he needs it sharpened. Your father is Master Kengo, a swordsmith. He'll surely fix it up for him.
Oh no.
He's like, "Damn, Master Kengo? He's famous. I'd love to meet him."
Oh no.
You agree to take him as long as he doesn't tell on you for being off the main trail and nearly getting attacked by a wolf. Conspiratorially, he says, "Your secret's safe with me. Lead the way."
I hate this man.
Jubei reminds you that you need more mushrooms and Lord Saito offers to help. You ask if he's a samurai, and he says he used to be, but his clan fell in battle many years ago. After that, he moved to Ezo to start over. Jubei invites Saito for dinner, as it's only fair after he helped gather the food. You point out the ginkgo tree in the distance, saying that's home. Saito tells you that this has been quite an adventure. He's almost sad it's over. The bright day begins to turn, as storm clouds gather over the distant Mount Yotei. You call out to your parents, saying you brought a weary traveler by for dinner. He says he's a samurai. Then Jubei goes, yeah, and he saved us from a wolf. You tell Jubei to shut it, and your parents, whose backs are to you all, laugh, asking whatever happened to picking mushrooms for dinner. Lord Saito answers for you, saying not to worry, you found plenty. The sound of his voice visibly sends chills through your parents as they both freeze.
Oh my god.
They turn to face the three of you. Your mother rushes forward and grabs you and Jubei, saying it's time to go inside. Saito asks if that's really how you're supposed to greet an old friend.
Oh no.
Kengo stares him down, saying, we're not friends. Saito says, you're Lord then. Kengo tells him that Clan Saito fell. He's Lord of nothing. He's an outlaw. Saito calls out to you and Jubei, saying that your father is a coward and a traitor, having run out on his clan long ago. It's taken a while, but he finally tracked him down.
Oh my god.
Your mother yells at Saito, saying that his clan was raiding villages. Saito snaps that his men were hungry and they needed food. What else were they supposed to do?
Forage for mushrooms, babe.
His own family starved to death.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Does she know what it's like watching that happen? Meanwhile, Kengo the asshole here was starting a family of his own. Kengo tells Saito that if he wants his head, then to take it, but to leave his family out of this. Saito says no. He has to make an example.
Oh, God.
Show people what happens when you desert your clan. Turning around, the other 5 members of the Yotei Six are at the gates. Your father drops to his knees begging as the scene shifts back to the cliffside with you and Hanbei.
That is fucking chilling.
He tells you that you had no way of knowing what would happen. It's not your fault. So you go to bed for the night, unsure.
He's right. You were just a child.
But I told you, it gets more Kill Bill. Like, that is totally the scene, like, in that church scene in Kill Bill Volume 2.
Yeah.
Turns around and the other, like,
They're all
members of the assassin squad are right there.
Yeah. She's like, God damn it, I thought I got out.
After a few more days of training, Hanbei offers you the sword your father made for him, saying it's not like he can dual wield anymore. He has no need for 2. Hoping you'll reintroduce it to Lord Saito someday. Should he defeat you, he'll take it back from your corpse. You're like, okay, sure, old man. Like you're ever going to leave this little sanctuary here on the side of Mount Yotei. Now that you've mastered the art of dual wielding, it opens up weapon switching. It replaces a mechanic from the first game of stance changes. Since Jin only had one weapon, he had to change fighting styles to kill his enemies.
Right.
But Atsu gets to use a bunch of different weapons as she progresses. So instead of changing her moves, she switches out weapons instead, really setting the game apart from its predecessor.
That's cool.
Before you depart from his tutelage, he tells you about a training center where Saito is likely recruiting soldiers, warning you that as a former bounty hunter, he's heard there's a bounty out on you already.
Immediately.
After you killed the snake, Lord Saito set one up, and you'll likely encounter many people trying to claim that bounty.
That's a good way of setting up, like, random encounters or instances.
Yeah. But also, bounty hunting is a pretty solid way of making money, suggesting you check bounty boards in towns along the way for others you could hunt down and bring to justice yourself.
Very Western.
At least then, you can take down any posters for you.
That's smart to be like, I'm going to take down the posters for me and also make a little bit of coin on the side.
Yeah, it's not like they have your picture, just rough paintings.
I want to be the painter.
Right?
Give me like a vibe for the wanted poster. I got you.
You thank him, saying you will avenge the loss of his arm along with your family, and set out toward the training camp.
There's something sweet and passive aggressive
Right?
about, like, my entire family was slaughtered by this monster, but I'm gonna add your arm to the
the list,
pile.
yeah.
Motherfucker. She does have a list, too, very Kill Bill. Like, I don't know, it's silly.
From here, you head out into the open world of Ezo, encountering bounty hunters searching for you, locals being held up by Saito's outlaws. You can even run into the wolf friend of yours, who will lead you to a group of bad guys to take out. On occasion, people will have information for you about different members of the Yotei Six, telling you rumors about their whereabouts and actions. One leads you to an inn, where a whole shitload of Saito's men are hanging out. You enter, and every eye turns, recognizing the woman who killed the snake. You are quickly rushed and thrown right out the door, smashing into the sign of the inn itself.
They throw you out.
The men are excited to collect the bounty on your head, and you ask them how much it is. They don't answer, so you wipe the floor with them.
I appreciate Atsu being like, how much money do you think you're gonna make? I am gonna kill you, but I'm just curious about the currency exchange here.
You leave one just barely alive enough to hand you the paperwork with your price on it. You tell him Lord Saito is selling you short, then stab the man to death.
Is it a flattering image of Atsu?
It's just her silhouette, really, more than anything.
It's not like a stick figure with a girl holding a sword, like, hey, get this bitch.
No, it's the Sumie style of painting. So, like, it's just black on, like, a sepia paper.
Could you have done this in Okami?
I mean, it's the same art style. I doubt I could paint that myself.
Fair enough.
No. The innkeeper thanks you for ridding him of these terrible men, giving him a chance to make an honest living once more. Soon, a group of samurai from Clan Matsumai arrive, saying they were summoned to handle some crooks.
The fucking feds.
You tell them you already did it, and they're angry. It's their job to clear out the area of Saito's men.
They should be thankful.
They're like, who the fuck are you? You say you're the one doing their job for them.
Absolutely.
They say whatever, and decide it's better to just head inside and have a drink. It was a long ride here anyway.
These fucking losers were bitchy about having their workload removed. Shut the fuck up. You owe her a drink.
You head back out into the wilderness and encounter a group of Ronin. They're hunting you down.
Oh, shit.
After taking them out, you leave one alive to gather info, and he has a lot.
Oh, can you tell me, so what is a Ronin?
So a Ronin is an untrained samurai. Like, he doesn't belong to a clan, but, like, he is every bit as strong and powerful as a samurai, basically.
Is it more like a mercenary?
Yeah, a mercenary is a really good way to look at it.
Okay, gotcha.
You ask about each remaining member of the Yotei Six, and he squeals like the pig he is.
He can't commit to a clan. He can't commit to allegiance.
First, telling about the Kitsune. The man says he's a fox demon, living in the snow and ice-covered mountains of Teshio Ridge. Nobody dares fuck with him. Except an old man who is a master of the weapon called the Kasurigama, a large, sharp sickle at the end of a chain. Perhaps he can teach you how to wield one.
Wait, that's a cool fucking weapon.
It's easily my favorite one. Since he was so helpful, you go down the list, asking about the Oni next, who lives on the Ishikari Plain. He's a warlord who likes to burn his enemies alive.
Ah.
As a result, he's made a lot more, telling you of a sensei who is building a resistance against the Oni just off the coast. Next up are the dragon and the spider, brothers and sons of Lord Saito.
These fucking Nepo enemies.
Big fans of guns, and sadistic little Nepo babies to boot.
Ugh.
They're busy trying to take over Tokachi Range, where an Odachi master trains students. An Odachi being a massive longsword.
Oh, cool.
You ask for directions at Sword Point to Teshio Ridge,
Sword point.
so you can find the fox-faced fuck, the Kitsune. Also, that chain and sickle weapon sounds cool as fuck, and you want to learn how to use it.
Absolutely.
On the way, you find a recruitment camp of Lord Saito's, a place where he takes captive villagers and forces them to fight his soldiers to the death for practice.
Oh my god.
So you liberate the camp, eviscerating his forces.
Hell yeah.
Word gets back to Koga Fortress, where Lord Saito is giving a rousing speech to his men. A battalion of samurai stand before him. He tells them that noble blood is not required to become a samurai in his clan. Unlike the tradition-led Clan Matsumai, they don't even belong here.
Although a third of his inner circle is his sons.
Yeah, right?
There's some irony in him being like, I don't give a fuck where you come from, but there is a deep-seated issue with nepotism here.
Anyone, man or woman, who comes to him and proves worthy of defending Ezo shall wear the armor of a samurai, so long as he's in charge.
Can I talk about Jonestown?
Okay.
So this is a lot of how Jonestown came to rise. It was during the civil rights movement.
Oh.
And they were very much something that they would do is they would go to restaurants where they wouldn't allow black people.
Oh.
And they would be like, hey, we have a lot of white dollars, but we want to make sure our friends can eat here too. Can they come in? And they'd be like, no. And they'd be like, fuck you. And start a thing and create conversation and be like, if you won't allow my black brothers and sisters to have dinner with me, we will not eat at your restaurant.
Oh my God.
And then they killed everyone.
I was going to say.
But there's got to be something here to the cult mentality of I'm going to take advantage of a situation like this and put it under the guise of unity.
Yeah.
But I am going to kill all of you.
You're trying to start a following. Don't stop people from joining.
And there's my obligatory Jonestown reference for the season. I'm sorry.
Well, one of his men approaches, saying that the Onryo has destroyed one of his bases. He snaps that there is no such thing as ghosts and to stop calling the stupid woman one. The samurai tells him it's not his words, it's the locals. That's what they're calling her. Saito tells the man that by using that word, Onryo, it gives her power she doesn't actually possess. Stop calling her that when she is nothing more than flesh and blood. But he admits she's a serious fucking problem.
The way he's nitpicking the language and then is but you're right. This bitch is fucking shit up for us.
Taking down one of the camps gives Clan Matsumai a fighting chance, demanding her head be brought to him. With a bow, the samurai departs to search for the mysterious Ghost of Yotei. Back as Atsu, you continue roaming the countryside, gathering information on your targets. You also meet more merchants and craftspeople willing to help your cause, such as Taro, a young boy of about 14, who basically follows your path of death and destruction, looting bodies of anything valuable.
That's a hustler. I love that.
Then he sells them to travelers.
Absolutely.
Such as yourself.
Yes. Yeah, he's a reseller.
Right?
His ass would be at those sneaker drops. He'd be in the Goodwill bins on Depop. I love this.
Always reminding you that should you meet your end, he'll do the same to you. Honestly, he's one of the best salespeople in Ezo.
Yeah, this kid's lineage is a monster on eBay.
Often when you set up camp, he or others will approach offering stories and trinkets to assist you on your journey.
That's kind of nice that they come to you.
Yeah, it's very different. You can also use nature to guide your way, discovering sword skins, masks, clothes, and even hot springs, giving you plenty of Atsu-ass action as you skinny dip in their warm waters.
Now, I don't know if you're going to tell this story.
Okay.
But Erika Ishii's partner went on a social media rampage.
Okay.
Yelling at the Sucker Punch team for not doing justice to Erika Ishii's beautiful ass. They're like, yeah, it's a nice ass. Erika's is way better in real life. You did not do my partner justice.
Erika is caked up.
Erika's caked the fuck up. So that's real. And it was very much it's a beautiful game. It's an incredible story. Erika did incredible. That ass, though. Come on.
They didn't put the dots on Erika's butt to really get it.
But to be clear, as nice an ass is, it's much better in real life, apparently.
I guess. I haven't seen it. Where Tsushima had haiku writing in some locations, here you paint the landscape using the sumie art style, adding splashes of color to the otherwise black and white depictions. You eventually run into a band of samurai from Clan Matsumai, and they stop you. They question why you're so heavily armed, wondering if you're one of Lord Saito's soldiers. You tell them abso-fucking-lutely not. They don't believe you, as Lord Saito is an equal opportunity employer and will allow anyone to join his ranks, even women.
Dun, dun, dun.
You're like, yeah, well, it's not like Clan Matsumai will take them. What other options are left? They'd probably have more women supporting Clan Matsumai if they welcomed them instead of insulted them.
Yeah.
Samurai like, what the fuck did you say to me, bitch? You tell them to settle down. You're hunting the Yotei Six and intend to kill them all. They tell you that you'll be dead by morning. Leave the hunting to the men.
Can you kill these guys for sport?
No, you
Fuck!
can't.
Really?
No, this is just to prove that Ezo is full of terrible people, regardless of which side of the conflict they're on here.
I think I'm just going to take an anti-clan stance in general and in here.
You find another Saito training camp and decide to infiltrate it and send him another message. When you enter, you find out that Lord Saito is actually here,
Oh, shit.
observing the new recruits personally. You sneak your way through it, assassinating his followers, determined not to get notice. You finally find him inside a building, talking with a group of Saito samurai. From a rafter above, you see the prompt to assassinate him.
Oh, shit. Game over.
So you dive down, sword pointing straight at the back of his exposed neck. But Saito steps just out of reach, having heard the flutter of your clothing coming down at him.
This motherfucker.
He does a spinning kick, knocking you and your sword to the ground. His men advance, but he tells them to stop, lifting your sword in his hand, recognizing it instantly.
Oh my god, it's so early in the game. We're already so fucked.
He knows who you are, asking how you escaped the burning tree he stapled you to. You tell him you escaped the same way you've survived every battle, with the thought of killing him.
That's hard.
He laughs and tells you to come take a walk with him, turning his back on you, still carrying your weapon. He says, life hasn't been kind to you, has it, little wolf? You snap back, don't call me that. He asks if during all of your years of training, did anyone ever offer to make you a samurai? You tell him he knows nobody did. No shogun will allow it. He says that the shogun don't want independent thinkers for fighters like you and he. They want trainable dogs. Normal, stupid men. You tell him his ways aren't that different. He offers freedom under the guise of their devotion. He doesn't argue it, simply stating that Clan Matsumai would never give a woman her sword. Then he drives yours into the sand, offering it back to you.
This Jim Jones motherfucker.
Saying he wants to see your skill, little wolf, as he pulls a naginata, a long pole with a sharp knife at its end,
Whoa.
carved with the images of the Yotei Six down its shaft. You grab the two swords crafted by your father and raise them high, ready for the fight for which you've trained these last 16 years. While the two of you battle, flaming arrows begin to fall from the sky.
Whoa.
As completely unrelated to you, Clan Matsumai launches their own attack on the base.
Timing could not be wilder. Holy shit.
One of the arrows has a small explosive attached, and it bursts at your feet, knocking you senseless in the process.
Whoa.
You scramble to find your sword, and look up to see Saito escape through a thick cloud of smoke, quickly overtaking the area.
He's like this Skeletor meme where he's like, we'll meet again!
Yeah.
And like runs off.
You cough and gasp, then fall flat on your face, unconscious to the world.
Oh god, and you probably just look dead.
You awaken to a familiar voice helping you out. Hanbei, the one-armed bounty hunter.
He really came for your sword. Nah, because he saw your ass face down in the dirt after a fucking clan-on-clan massacre and was like, I'm getting this shit back. I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. You know some of those motherfucking samurai that you saw earlier walked by and said, that's that bitch we said was gonna die today.
Right. Told you so.
Got her.
Yeah, and then Hanbei's like, ah, oh, damn it, she's breathing.
I wanted this. The looter kid's like twiddling his thumbs
Right.
waiting. Like, I said you could have first dibs out of a professional courtesy, but I really want that helmet.
He told Clan Matsumai the location of this camp, thinking he was helping your cause.
The timing, babe, it's not your fault.
He tells you Lord Saito made a successful escape during the chaos, unfortunately. You're pissed, because now Saito knows who you are and why you're hunting him.
And will be expecting you at every turn.
He will be more careful in his dealings and will likely go into hiding now. Hanbei begs you to give up this revenge mission. Let Clan Matsumai get vengeance for you. You tell him thanks, but no. This is your life's only purpose, and you won't stop until your family has peace. Having gotten your ass thoroughly kicked, you decide to find another weapon, seeking out Master Yoshida, who trains people in the way of the Odachi, a massive 6-foot katana.
Whoa.
Heavy and powerful. You convince him to train you, and you discover that he is a target of the dragon and the spider, Saito's sons. During a battle, he damn near killed one of them, and when he ran from the fight, got shot by the other.
Oh, shit.
Clan Matsumai then recruited him, knowing he has first-hand knowledge of their fighting style, to train their samurai in the way of the Odachi.
Okay.
You thank him for sharing his knowledge, telling him your personal tragic backstory as well. He wishes you luck, and you set out once more to hunt the remaining members of the Yotei Six. You set your sights on the Kitsune, heading toward Teshio Ridge in the far north. It requires a boat ride up a river to get there, and on the way, you find a group of Ainu women who are about to take off for there as well, since many of their people have relocated to the region. Women of the Ainu look different than the men. They have blue tattoos over their lips, stretched far beyond the corners of their mouths, almost like a jester.
Whoa, that's cool.
It's a spiritual marking to ward off evil spirits, starting in early childhood and concluding when they reach the age of marriage.
Whoa.
A sign that their journey into womanhood is complete.
Whoa. I just got like my period and that's all I got.
And that's
Fuck.
about it, huh?
Yeah, I didn't get any cool tattoos for that. Shit.
No, you got your cool tattoos later.
Yeah.
A woman named Huki becomes your guide through the area between the mainland and Teshio Ridge. Another interesting trait of the Ainu you actually discover through subtitles.
Oh.
Their names do not receive any capital letter when written in English.
Really?
Every letter of their name is in lowercase. Not out of disrespect, but because they never tell anyone outside their tribe their real name.
Really? So there's a lot of sacred tradition with this group. That's
Yeah.
so interesting.
And like I said, they actually hired people from the ancient tribes to tell them this.
That's so cool.
They use nicknames with outsiders, and therefore, they don't receive capitalization.
Oh.
Huki is a brave and strong woman, and most of the men see her as kind of a crazy person.
Copy paste that sentence in any era of history, Tom.
Well, she regularly makes them look like cowards in comparison.
Yeah, that's usually what. Never mind.
But she's not as experienced as you are, despite having a couple decades on you. So she does tend to get injured a lot. The two of you bond over your independent, bad bitch approach to life, though. She leads you to her village, where you help out with some side quest stuff, like rescuing an orphaned bear cub.
Bear?
The Ainu are a very spiritual people, and go on to adopt the little guy, welcoming him into their homes and feeding him as most would a stray dog or cat.
They chose the bear.
Huki teaches you that even though the two of you are strong, independent lone wolves, every wolf needs a pack of allies. After passing through her turf, you continue north toward Teshio Ridge. It requires a long and arduous climb up a narrow mountain path into snow and ice-covered lands. You come upon a group of settlers on their way, attempting to escape the conflicts of the south, and offer to keep them safe in exchange for guidance through the trails ahead. They agree, despite you being a woman, saying they'll take you to the Red Crane Inn on the other side of the range, the only large settlement in Teshio Ridge. A storm begins to brew as you descend from the mountain into the valley. So your group seeks shelter in a nearby cave. You don't like the convenience of the cave, especially seeing it already has a fire going.
Oh, this is a setup.
That's when you get ambushed by the masked Kitsune and his band of marauders.
Yeah, so like immediately.
All of them covered head to toe in white clothing to blend in with the snowy landscape.
They did camouflage.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucked.
He tosses a kunai that finds your chest.
What's a kunai?
It's kind of like a throwing knife.
Oh, shit.
And you fall over, tripping balls, as it was tipped with some kind of hallucinogenic poison.
No, you got ambushed in a snowstorm and now you're tripping balls. This is my worst nightmare.
The Kitsune approaches, realizing you're the one hunting the Yotei Six that Lord Saito warned him about. He tells his men to kill everyone, and he departs.
Ugh.
You hear the sounds of the travelers who brought you here being stabbed,
Fuck!
as well as the sound of your wolf friend coming in to make sure they don't do the same to you as you pass out in the snow.
And you're tripping balls.
Entirely.
Oh, that's a terrible trip.
You wake up, nearly frozen to death. You call out to your horse and head for the cave, as the fire there has gone out, signaling it should be empty by now. With shaky hands, you start a new one and warm up under shelter from the storm outside. Once the weather calms down, you and your horse exit the cave into the new section of the map. It's pretty desolate, being a difficult place to live. Single-family homes are scattered about, often with the inhabitants lying dead in the yard.
God, that's awful.
Victims of either the cold or the kitsune.
Oh, Jesus.
You find an old lady named Hana, who crafts the very kunai the kitsune was using. He had stolen them from her. She offers to make you a shitload in exchange for helping her keep her homestead safe, so you do.
Yeah, you're like, baby girl with the tattoos was right. I need to make some allies.
Yeah.
And you and I are on the same mission, lady.
You make your way to the Red Crane Inn, where you find a bunch of Matsumai soldiers taking refuge. You approach their leader in hopes of getting information on the kitsune, but he has no time to speak to women. He's on an important mission.
The only definition of character you've given me for everyone in the oligarchy is misogyny.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
But to the point where they don't realize that it's affecting how they're progressing as well. They have a very specific mission to win people over and also take down Lord Saito. There's so much that they could collaborate with you on. But because you're big, bouncy titties.
Honestly, Atsu's not that big.
Okay, I'm sorry. Because of that gently formidable ass.
Right. That dumper.
That little dumper they want nothing to do. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, he dismisses you without giving any information.
He always saw you walk in, not walk away, so he didn't. Never mind.
Since you're not receiving any help, you decide to leave. Just as the inn's entertainment takes the stage.
Oh.
A pretty woman with a shamisen. She begins to play, and the song is familiar. You haven't heard it since your mother, and it stops you in your tracks. But the song is interrupted by hecklers, telling the woman to stop playing and to do a sexy dance instead.
I'm sorry, this woman is a musician. She probably works for the inn or is traveling through doing a couple stops at the inn, like a touring musician.
Yeah.
And they're like, shut up and show us your butthole. I hate everyone.
Angry that they stopped the music, you confront the soldiers, saying that if they want to dance, do it with you instead. With fists.
That's honestly a really hard line.
They laugh, because woman. You tell the lady playing the shamisen to keep going, while you engage in hand-to-hand combat with the unruly drunks.
Oh, that's cool.
With the soldiers' asses thoroughly kicked, their general comes downstairs and tells his men to get the fuck up, grab their weapons, and execute this bitch. The shamisen player approaches, saying that everyone just saw his men get put in their place by a single woman. If he doesn't want Lord Matsumai to hear about it, they should leave now. The general reluctantly agrees, saying if he ever sees you again, you're dead.
You have to put your ego aside. I am begging you.
The singer, whose name is Oyuki, asks you to meet with her outside. She heard you asking around about the kitsune. He and his group called the Nine Tails have been terrorizing the region for far too long. She wants to help you take them down.
Hell yeah.
There's a local shrine where people leave offerings. The Nine Tails like to come by and steal from it.
Jesus Christ.
So you leave a hefty sum of money in the hopes they take the bait and hide. While waiting, you and Oyuki chat. You call out her accent, saying she comes from mainland Japan. She's impressed. You know your accents well. She doesn't care for authority and has been running from the spread of the shogun pretty much her whole life.
Wow.
She made it all the way to the wintry north, and even then, the samurai showed up.
Ugh.
She would love to keep moving, but the kitsune stole something precious of hers and won't continue until she gets it back. You seem to be her best shot at that. But before she can dive into more detail, a group of Ninetales arrives to rob the shrine. You follow them, ducking through some tall grass poking up through the snow, hoping they'll lead you to their base of operations. At one point, they split up, and Oyuki goes off to follow one of the groups. You are eventually discovered, and the people you're following attack. You leave one alive to question him, and he slits his own throat rather than give up their location.
Whoa!
Oyuki catches back up, saying she lost the men she was tracking. You tell her you'll keep searching and send her back to the inn. Before departing, she realizes she never got your name, so you tell her. She repeats, Atsu, with concern in her voice, and then departs. You discover that the Ninetales use symbols carved on trees and rocks to help members find their way through the snowy landscape.
Oh.
You manage to find a cipher for the symbols, hoping they'll lead you there. But first, you return to the inn to tell Oyuki what you discovered. She isn't surprised. She's seen the same symbols all over the place, just never knew what they meant. She knows you had your disagreement with the Matsumai commander, but suggests sharing what you know with him. Get a whole quid pro quo thing going with him, as he and his men have been searching for the Kitsune for a while now, and likely have some good info they could share.
I do appreciate that they're kind of been dicking around, though, and Atsu's like, I figured out their secret language,
Yep.
and I've deciphered all of it, let's go.
But first, she suggests spying on him to see what kind of leverage you can use to your advantage, since he did say he'd kill you the next time he saw you.
Approach carefully.
The Red Crane Inn used to be owned by an expert blackmailer.
I mean, if you're gonna own an inn and you're an expert blackmailer, you should probably be a little off the grid. So being up here in the snow kind of makes sense.
He built secret passages between the walls of the rooms here so he could spy on people and extort them.
He wasn't just a blackmailer, he was a pervert.
Yeah, a little bit.
This is a total creep move.
Yeah, you call him out for that.
You're like, you've definitely heard people jerk off, you freak.
He told Oyuki about the secret passageways in the event the inn were to ever get attacked by the Ninetales, giving her a safe place to hide. The leader's name is Commander Fujita. While eavesdropping, you discover that he has an informant who has been passing him info on the Ninetales.
There's a spy.
He's worried you're going to find the Kitsune first, and tells one of his men it's time to start torturing the informant for more direct answers. If you were to get to the Kitsune first, Lord Matsumai will make sure they are all stuck on mountain snow duty for the rest of their lives. Oyuki suggests the two of you get to the informant first. Warn him about the torture, and then get the information out of him.
And you're being very honest throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, that will surely prove useful in your negotiations with Fujita.
Mm-hmm.
After Fujita leaves his room, you sneak inside to search for anything else that could prove useful, such as his orders for being here. Turns out, he's a deserter.
Whoa, what?
He ran from a battle, and that's why he's stuck with this shitty mission in the first place.
This is like the, not even B string, this is like C string, like pre-JV samurai type shit.
He's the Z team.
Yeah, this is not the Phoenix program, baby. This is just embarrassing.
Yeah, he's trying to regain favor with the Shogun. You also find out where the informant meets with him, at a nearby sake house. So, you set out to get there first. Fujita travels with several men. You can move much faster than the group. Oyuki says that the sake house has been trying to get her to perform there for ages. So she comes up with a plan to get in there. You're going to pose as an employee of the sake house. Wear a kimono, do a little flirting.
Ooh.
They're expecting a warrior, not a waitress. You're like, fuck that. You won't have a weapon to defend yourself. But also don't really have a better plan, so you go with hers.
Atsu, your weapon is your sexuality, baby.
You don the outfit and tell her it's too tight. She says any looser, and they'll want more than sake.
Whoa.
You scowl, and she tells you you'd be a lot prettier if you smiled.
Okay, can we stab her?
Yeah, this makes you angrier.
Yeah.
She says she saw you smile that night she was playing her shamisen, saying that whatever you were thinking during that moment, think of it again.
Oh.
You need to keep your cover if you're going to trick these men. You enter the sake house, and the owner is excited to see Oyuki, asking if she's here to finally take him up on his offer, to which she says yes. Then he turns and asks who you are, and you indignantly say, "You've worked here for 2 years."
That's very funny.
He's like, "Oh, right. You must have changed your hair."
Did she pull, "Do you think we all look alike"
Yep.
type? Atsu! Baby, you know better than that.
Oyuki says you've agreed to play music to help her warm up. He tells you two to practice on the drunks downstairs first. The high-paying customers are upstairs, and he wants you guys to perform your best for them. As the two of you play, you listen in on conversations to discover the informant is upstairs gambling.
I like the idea of you playing a little slower when you start to hear really juicy bits of conversation.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, okay, they're upstairs, and then going into like a solo.
Oyuki like shoves you, be like, "Come on, keep on the beat."
Yeah.
Oyuki concludes the song and slips you a little something to put in his drink. It'll make him puke his guts out.
Hell yeah.
Once he runs out, that'll be your best chance to corner him. The two of you head upstairs to find him. Oyuki plays while you pretend to be a waitress, offering him a cup of sake. He accepts it, and then runs outside almost instantly. The two of you follow, happy the plan worked. He's at the edge of a dock over a frozen pond, releasing everything he's consumed in the last month.
Ew.
You confront him, and he tells you about a nearby dye house where they make fabrics. It's been mysteriously closed for a while now, and the kitsune symbols are everywhere around it. Then asks if he's gonna die.
I've thrown up after a night of drinking and asked the exact same thing.
Oyuki tells him to go home and drink a large pot of tea. All of it. That should settle his stomach.
And a Gatorade. That never hurts.
You immediately get out of the kimono, and the two of you head off for the dye house. You arrive to find it abandoned, but with the symbol of the Nine Tails. Searching the area, you find a secret passage underground into a series of cave tunnels. You descend and discover a bunch of people being held hostage,
Oh.
including the dye master herself.
Oh, shit.
She says the kitsune took them all captive after she refused to make them clothing, saying there are more of her family and employees down here as well, asking you to rescue them.
God, this is terrifying.
You send her back topside with Oyuki while you explore the underground tunnels looking for their base. You manage to work your way through it, rescuing captives, but the Nine Tails have gone. However, you do find a puzzle box that you can't figure out how to open and bring it to Oyuki. She says her mother had one and taught her that people use them to keep their most prized treasures. She managed to break into it once and found a lock of her own hair,
Oh.
as Oyuki was her mother's greatest treasure. The kitsune, on the other hand, has a recipe for whatever poison he used on you to make you trip your ass off.
Oh my God. I appreciate that Oyuki's like, mine was the most like sweet fucking end of Inception ass shit about how like a mother's love. And his is like, here's how to make people do drugs.
Including the location of the plant required to make it. So you decide to go there in the hopes of finding them. On your way, you get ambushed by some Nine Tails. One comes up on you, but then a large sickle attached to a chain grabs the attacker and rips them backward.
Oh, hell yeah.
An old man emerges from the bushes, saying the two of you can take on the small group of Nine Tails in the area. You agree, remembering there is a master of the Kasurigama in the region, figuring this must be him, considering he just expertly killed a man with one.
Yeah, and it's not like a common weapon.
Not even remotely. The two of you take out the band of brigands, and then have a little chat. You ask if he's Master Onomoto, and he says that he is. You ask him to teach his ways with the Kasurigama, and since you helped him out, he says that he will. But first, he wants to know why.
Because it's fucking sick as shit, dude.
You tell him about the Yotei Six, and how Lord Saito murdered your family. So he teaches you all that he knows.
He's like, that is the best reason to learn how to
Yeah.
use this fucking thing.
During training, he tells you that his grandson actually joined the Nine Tails.
Oh, god damn it.
The group poisoned his mind and wants nothing more than to kill the old man.
Oh, that's so sad.
You wonder why, but he doesn't really give details. Just that the grandson feels betrayed by the old master. Not only does Master Enomoto teach you how to wield the weapon, he also forces you to adapt to the icy cold of the north, making you fight through blistering winds, as the Ninetales are not the only enemy here. The weather can kill you just as fast if you're not prepared.
True.
After training is complete, you sit and have some tea with Enomoto, asking why the grandson hates him. He says that the boy's mother, Enomoto's daughter, was killed. His grandson begged him to train him to fight, but he refused, not wanting to contribute to the circle of violence, and set his last remaining family member on a lifelong path of revenge.
Oh.
You're like, wait, I'm on a lifelong path of revenge and you trained me. He retorts that you're not family.
He's like, I'm not responsible for you. I don't know you.
Yeah, he doesn't really have a stake in your future.
That's very funny.
But he fears it's already too late for his grandson. The boy now hates everything and everyone, killing without thought.
Ugh.
You realize now why he trained you. In the event you run into his grandson, he intends for you to kill him. Something he'd never be able to do himself.
My grandson accidentally got radicalized. I might need you to kill him.
Yeah. Long story short on that one, you managed to track him down. He's a cruel little shit, torturing innocent people and doing even worse to women.
Oh, God.
So you and Master Enomoto track him down and kill him, with you dealing the final blow. He's sad, but knows it was a necessary kill. He thanks you by offering you his personal Katsurigama.
Wow.
Now armed with the deadly weapon, you're able to stealth kill from a bit of a distance, throwing out the chain, grabbing your target, and yanking them back toward you to finish the job before they can even react.
That's so cool.
You next meet up with Oyuki at the location where the Ninetales harvest the poison. The problem is, the Matsumai are also here, and have set up a significantly sized camp around the perimeter. Realizing they must have been told about this place by that informant, and are here to take the poison for themselves. Damn samurai. The two of you decide to head into the camp. Oyuki as an entertainer, and you as her bodyguard.
Is Atsu so happy she doesn't have to, like, smile at men now?
Yep.
She's like, can I please have a job where I can be unkind to these weirdos?
You claim that Commander Fujita requested Oyuki's presence. It works like a charm, and the two of you make your way into the camp looking for the fields where they grow the poison. A flower called Wolf's Bane. The Ainu developed poisons from it centuries ago, but have always kept the recipe closely guarded. Obviously, someone from the Ninetales knows the recipe and has shared it with the Kitsune. Hopefully, nobody has taught the samurai. Clan Matsumai could take over all of Ezo if they know how to use it. You reach a clearing just beyond the encampment and realize the samurai are only nearing the plant, as the Ninetales are currently controlling the actual flower fields, including the Kitsune himself. You see him at a distance through your spyglass. You tell Oyuki to keep an eye from a cliff above the fields, and to use a bow and arrow to watch your back. Oyuki tells you that she's only ever hunted rabbits with it. You promise her humans are larger and easier to hit.
The hitbox is a lot bigger. You're fine.
Just as you head out to make your way, flaming arrows fall onto the fields as Commander Fujita launches his attack on the grove. You use the distraction to sprint through the chaos and head straight for the Kitsune. You find him in a building that has just caught on fire. You enter, and he remembers you from when he poisoned you, surprised you survived. He says you recognized his mask before, wondering who you are. You tell him you were just a child the last time you met, so it's no surprise he doesn't remember you. But your mother, what he did to her, he should never forget.
Ugh.
Now you're here to claim your revenge. He's like, huh. Okay then, and readies for battle. He pulls out his own chained Katsurigama and kicks off the fight. Your mind is a blur through the smoke and flame as he keeps turning into the Kitsune you remember, wearing dark clothing instead of the pure white he's adopted since moving to the north. While fighting, he wonders who your mother was, then asks, "Do you think I was the first Kitsune?" You're confused by the question, and he uses the distraction to hit you with another poison-tipped kunai.
Oh.
You're angry, having let it happen again, and you fall to your knees coughing.
Atsu giving it a, God damn it, not again.
The kitsune approaches, swinging his weapon, ready to deal a killing blow. Then it gets smacked out of his hand as Oyuki arrives, holding her own Kasurigama, telling him to get away from you.
Hell yeah.
You collapse and flash back to the past, watching the kitsune drag your mother away, screaming on that night to do unspeakable things to her. You wake up with Oyuki dragging you out of the building. You ask where the kitsune went, and she says he ran, and she chose to save you. She says the toxin needs to work its way out of your body. The more you move, the faster you'll sweat it out.
Which she's like, okay, so we're gonna hit some cardio because you're tripping too hard?
A bunch of Ninetales jump out at the two of you, and she says she'll handle it.
Oh.
The scene flashes, and she becomes the kitsune you remember from the past, dressed in dark clothing, destroying the attackers. All while the voice of the man you just fought rings through your head. Do you think I was the first kitsune?
Oh no. She did poison that guy earlier.
You struggle to keep up, stumbling through the snow and over the bodies of Ninetales that Oyuki has killed. Then succumb, flashing back. The kitsune is holding you as you look up at your mother, noose around her neck. You're fighting to break away from the kitsune's grip, but they hold you tightly. Your mother tells you it'll be all right and to sing with her. You say you can't, and she pleads with you. Sing. The two of you harmonize together as Lord Saito walks up behind your mother and kicks the stool she's standing on out from under her feet.
Oh my god.
You continue singing as the kitsune holds you, almost comforting you in this terrible moment. Saito tells the kitsune to bring you to him. Instead, they cut the ropes from your wrists and tell you to run. With a woman's voice.
Lord Saito was always a feminist. From the beginning. Oh no.
You wake back up by a fire with Oyuki, putting the pieces together. She fights like a warrior, uses poison, knows how to cure that poison. And her voice. You remember it now. How could you have ever forgotten it?
Oh my god. So she was a fucking mercenary in a terrorist group, and now she's just a bar singer?
Yep.
Holy shit.
You realize she never asked you why you were hunting the kitsune. It's because she already knew.
And she got it. She was like, yep, reasonable.
She was fucking there that night. Oyuki was the kitsune.
Oh my god. What did this feel like when you were playing it?
This was a mindfuck. Honestly, I thought she was going to be her aunt. Like, I thought she was going to be the mother's sister.
Yeah.
Like...
Or like maybe someone from the village, like a nurse or someone.
Yeah.
Someone who did the cleanup crew, who like knew the story.
I did not see this coming.
But Lord Saito's whole thing is, I fucking love hiring women.
Right?
Oh, no.
She swears she's not your enemy and asks you to listen. But you refuse. How could you listen after what she did to your mother? You reach for your sword but are still far too weak from the poison. Oyuki draws a map and leaves it nearby, saying that when you're ready, come find her.
She's clearly reformed her life to a certain extent if she's left the mantle behind.
Yeah.
But she has to atone for her sins.
When you recover the next day, you set out to the location. She's waiting for you, saying that she's no longer the kitsune and tried to save you that night. There was no stopping Lord Saito's plan to kill your family. She knows him far better than you do. You don't care and charge at her with your sword drawn. The two of you fight, but she only defends herself, promising you that she's on your side. Lord Saito replaced her as kitsune when she attempted to turn her Ninetales against him. You're like, cool. He didn't help kill your family. She did.
This is just Captain America Civil War. He's like, yeah, but you killed my mom. And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, but that was a whole mind fuck ago.
She says that's true, but he protects the man who did kill your family.
Yeah.
She puts her weapon down, saying that if you want your revenge, take it.
Damn.
But you'll only be doing Lord Saito's bidding. He wants her dead just as much as you do.
That's manipulative, but I hear you.
She knows his secrets, knows his weaknesses. She can help you kill the current Kitsune, which will leave Saito vulnerable. You're like, fine, teach me all their secrets. Then maybe you'll let her live.
Ugh.
She teaches you how the Ninetales keep ambushing you, showing you how to sneak around like one of them, a shinobi, which is just another word for ninja.
Got it.
Basically, giving you that detective ability that's so popular in games.
Oh, the stealthy outline shit?
Yep.
I feel like you hate that.
I don't care for it. I rarely actually use it when I'm given it. She explains that she met Saito on the mainland. She was there the day his clan fell in battle. She thought he was the good guy who lost everything. She felt sorry for him, and he let her. It took some time before she realized he was the baddie. She was forced to remain silent as the Kitsune. The other members never even knew she was a woman under her mask.
Whoa.
The night your family fell was the final straw for her. That's why she told you to run. She was branded shortly after as a punishment.
Oh, shit.
She couldn't even scream out of fear the others would discover she was a woman.
Whoa.
Had they known, they would have shared her.
Jesus fucking Christ.
She began training her Ninetales to overthrow him, but one of them ratted her out to Saito, the man who is now wearing the mask of the Kitsune, named Dojin. He put on the mask, and the rest of the Ninetales followed him. The two of you go around, taking out Ninetales camps, killing everyone in your way. Finally, she says for your last lesson, you need to learn to resist the poison, so the Kitsune can't use it against you. She takes you to a dueling circle, saying that the fire pits here have it mixed in with the wood. Light it, and the two of you will go on a magic carpet ride together.
They're gonna hotbox the battlefield.
Here, she'll teach you how to resist it, while the two of you fight to the death.
I appreciate that she's a mercenary / trip sitter.
Yeah, right?
She's like, we're gonna take some orange juice, get a little bit of fucking Vicks Vapo Rub. Is that too deep a cut? I'm sorry.
You tell her you're not so sure you want to fight her to the death anymore. She says you must. Her name is on that sash of yours.
Ooh.
You deserve your revenge.
Damn. Oh, she's kind of fucking cool.
You both flash back and forth in time, with you fighting her as the Kitsune and herself.
Oh.
All while she tells you to focus on what you know is real. Don't let the visions take you. Remember where you started and where you are now. Ground yourself. You struggle because you keep watching your mother's neck snap as the stool gets kicked out from under her. The thought enrages you, and you knock Oyuki's weapon from her hand and kick her to the ground. She braces, waiting for the kill. You walk up to her and say that you can never forgive the Kitsune. But her, you can find a way to forgive.
Oh.
You fucked her up plenty during your fight. So with the blood you did spill, you cross her name off your sash.
Oh.
Then reach down and help her stand. The next morning, you ask her to play the shamisen with you. Your mother would have wanted that. The same song you heard her playing when you met in the Red Crane Inn. The wind around the two of you picks up and swirls, and you can hear your mother's voice visit, telling you to move on from here.
Oh.
You tell her you will, and finish her song together.
It's almost like your mom blessing you of like, it's okay to keep going.
Telling you did the right thing, you know?
Oh.
The two of you return to the Red Crane Inn to find it completely destroyed.
Oh, fuck. And there's only one fucking inn in the whole city.
Yep. Patrons and employees hanging from the rafters.
Oh, God.
Retaliation for the destruction of the flower fields. The stable boy is the only survivor, having hidden in one of the secret passages. He says the attackers smelled like camellia flowers? You know the smell well. Your mother had a garden of them. Oyuki knows where they grow and says she'll take you there. On the way, she says she'd love to help you replant your mother's garden once the Yotei Six are destroyed.
She's had a crazy career. She was a terrorist. She was a bar singer, which, like, I think I like the mirror of she couldn't use her voice as a terrorist, but
yeah,
she made her living off of her voice in her next stage of life. And now her retirement plan, garden. That's what my mom's doing.
Right.
Like,
she is.
I get it.
No, this whole career of her being a shamisen player is actually kind of how she started her life. She was an innkeeper's daughter. And she would entertain the people that would come to visit her father's inn.
Got it. This was her fallback career when terrorism didn't pan out.
You start to ask about Dojin, the current kitsune. He was a boy when Oyuki took him under her wing. Abandoned by his family, she raised and trained him. He was always so enamored with Saito when he spoke. It's no surprise he stayed loyal to him.
Ugh.
Especially after being offered her position. But he's always kept his distance from her, knowing that she could easily take him in a fight, having taught him everything he knows. You find his hideout, carved into a cave system along a river lined with the camellia flowers that the stable boy could smell. The two of you cut down his troops, making your way toward him. You finally get there, and the kitsune asks you if you truly believe she is telling you the truth. She let your mother hang. All she wants is to rejoin Saito by his side, and believes killing him will do that. You tell him that he wasn't there that night. He doesn't realize she let you go. You know where her allegiances lie, and it's not with Lord Saito. The kitsune says very well, and prepares to fight. The battle is difficult, as you and Oyuki both have to take him on.
That's cool that she comes in with you.
He asks her, "Master, how can you turn on me like this?" She says his only master is Lord Saito, and he chose his master poorly. With that, the two of you cut him down, killing the kitsune both in legend and body.
Fuck yeah.
Oyuki thanks you for trusting her. You accept her thanks, and tell her to meet you at your family home. She should remember where it is.
That's a bad joke.
From there, the two of you will plan your next move. Back at Koga Fortress, Lord Saito sits with his sons, the dragon and the spider.
The Junior and the Eric.
Thanking them for returning home, albeit much later than he anticipated. The spider is nervous. He's heard someone is picking off the Yotei Six. And being one of them, he's not so thrilled to be here.
I'm nervous, Daddy.
The dragon apologizes for his brother, saying that they should have gotten here sooner, but their vision for the future of the North is within their grasp. Spider spits back under his breath, "His vision?" Saito doesn't miss the barb, and says that if the spider wasn't blind drunk every night, he'd have a vision of his own.
These two little shits.
Then again, maybe not. Then he stands, telling his sons to follow. They have to prepare for what's to come.
Okay, so earlier when we met Oyuki, she said that the kitsune had something of hers, and she's like, and I'm not fucking leaving until I get it back.
Yeah.
Well, was it? Was it like her lock of hair, or like was it her personal weapon or something?
Yeah, they don't really readdress it ever.
What?
Nope. Remember I said that they had to do some rewrites as the story progressed?
Right.
There are some dropped plot points.
Oh, I
will admit.
That'd be a cool thing of like her picking up the mask and being like, "This is mine," and then she throws it into the fire to like seal it or something.
That's the thing. As you kill the Yotei Six, you yourself take the masks.
Oh, Atsu's collecting them.
Yeah. So like I think it was the mask. I think that's what she was talking about initially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, really doesn't readdress that.
Damn it. Okay, my bad.
No, there is a massive plot hole coming up that does bother me a little bit.
Okay.
But we're not there yet.
Got it.
With the kitsune dead, you decide the Oni is next. He's in the Ishikari Plains. But Clan Matsumai has the path there blockaded.
These idiots. Like, we're doing them a favor, and at every point they're making everything difficult.
At every fucking turn, right?
Every turn.
You meet a beggar who says he can get you through, offering a pass, as he used to be a lumber salesman. But everything he owns was taken from him when he was driven out of his home in the Ishikari Plains by the dreaded Oni Raiders.
Oh, that sucks.
He has no use for it anymore and hopes you can bring a little justice to the region.
Yeah.
The samurai verify your pass with their leader, Lord Kitamori, and let you through. He eyes you as you pass, curious how you manage this very rare slip of paper. But no time for that, as Oni Raiders attack the blockade.
That's convenient.
You help the Matsumai soldiers defend it, and when the fight is over, Lord Kitamori decides he wants a chat with you.
Okay, can I say, he's probably embarrassed that a woman helped him fight.
Oh, he is very embarrassed.
He's like, first of all, I don't know why you're so fucking important you have a hall pass, and I'm really embarrassed you got all those kills I should have gotten. His ego is bruised going into this conversation.
He says he knows you're the Onryo with a bounty on your head, and that the pass you showed doesn't belong to you.
I know you're a ghost and a liar.
Wondering why he shouldn't arrest you here and now. Before you can answer, he says he needs your help.
That's why you won't arrest me, bitch.
And he'd be willing to look the other way if you would assist him with a problem. So you agree and tell him to lead the way. Some of his samurai were out on a mission and haven't returned. So the two of you are going to go look for them.
This is also admitting not a great leader if he lost a whole fleet of dudes.
Yeah.
This guy sucks. We haven't met anyone that doesn't really suck that's in a clan. I'm going to stick to my guns on the anti-clan establishment.
So we haven't really met many men that don't suck yet?
Yeah. No. The one-armed dual wielder.
That's true. Hanbei's
that
pretty
dude's
great.
cool. I like the 14-year-old looter boy.
Tano, yeah.
Yeah, the sneakerhead, presumably.
The senseis are pretty good.
I know a blind box hates to see that boy coming. You know, like he's in front of that lucky card machine, like I'm gonna pull a fucking rare Espeon or some shit. A lot of the people we're meeting along the way that work for themselves are cool, but everyone that's in a clan fucking sucks.
That's fair.
And I'm sure that goes for the women in Lord Saito's clan too. This is, while it is largely rooted in misandry, it will extend to the women who allow it and enable it to happen.
That's fair. You find their horses, full of arrows,
Ugh.
but no bodies.
They fucking love fucking up horses.
Right? So you use the tracking skills you picked up from Oyuki to see where they went. Kitamori is impressed, saying that he heard rumor you have killed the snake and the kitsune, assuming you're here for the Oni next. You're like, damn, you're pretty good.
What, are you a detective?
He asks if you're from Ezo, and you ask why he has so many damn questions. He says you remind him of someone, and you tell him he's not your type.
I fucking love Atsu being like, I'm not gonna fuck you, dude.
He goes, that's not what I... You know what? Never mind. You track the Oni Raiders and their captives, only to find them a moment too late.
Fuck.
As you watch the Raiders set the samurai on fire while tied to poles.
Oh, God.
Kitamori loses it and charges at the Raiders, screaming. The two of you clear the area, and then go to pay respects to the dead.
That's awful.
You offer to help him bury them, but he says he needs to do this alone.
A lot of the kills in Tsushima were really brutal, and this is certainly upholding the mantle that was set. Like, and there are a lot of you're tied to a pole and I'm going to set you on fire deaths.
Couple times.
Yeah, it sucks.
He's the one that sent them out here. This is on him.
Ugh.
So you scavenge the area looking for food, offering to cook while he does his morbid deed.
You like wave over that 14-year-old kid. You're like, give him 5 fucking minutes to pray, okay?
Right.
Before you loot these bodies.
Not right now, guy.
Yeah. When you see him leave, it's all yours, bud.
He joins you a couple hours later, and you tell him you managed to find some salmon. While it cooks, you start sharpening your sword. Kitamori looks at it and is shocked, asking where you got it. You tell him you took it from a dead man. He stands, fury burning hotter than the cooking fire, and tells you not to lie to him.
Whoa.
Confused, you stop sharpening and tell him the truth. It was your father's. Kitamori's eyes fill with tears as he looks at you and says, Atsu?
Oh.
You stare at him confused, and he starts to laugh, asking what? You don't recognize your own brother?
Shut up. Shut up. What kind of fucking soap opera bullshit is this?
Right?
Your own brother? What?
He collapses from the shock of the moment.
And you thought he was trying to fuck you like
Right.
20 minutes ago.
He's like, that's not what it, no.
I'm literally trying to figure out if we're twins, bitch.
Fighting relief and tears in equal measure.
Oh, I feel really bad that I said he's not a good leader.
I know.
Like, this idiot. Oh, that sucks.
You can't believe it. Saying, Jubei? Is it really you? How? He says that a samurai found him and nursed him back to health.
Oh.
He thought you were dead. Or he would have sought you out. You tell him you stayed at the house for 3 days, burying your parents. Then set out from there. He says it took weeks just to gain the strength to move again. And even then, he was so scared he never returned.
Oh my God.
Through to this day, he's never stepped foot on the family homestead. He asks you to sit with him, and you spend the entire night catching up with your long-lost twin wolf.
Oh.
Finding out he became the samurai he always wanted to. Raised by Clan Matsumai, who fed him well, taught him to fight, to protect himself and others. You're happy for him, despite the fact he's part of Clan Matsumai, a group you don't have the highest respect for, but still. He's alive and healthy, and a samurai with the title of Lord.
Oh, God.
It gets late, and you tell him to rest. You'll take the first watch. You look up into the night sky as the northern lights dance, grateful for your reunion. The next day, you wake up alone and panic, looking for him. He's off foraging for breakfast, saying you still snore after all these years.
It doesn't go away.
He says that he will take you to the main Matsumai camp. They're all looking for the Oni as well. They'll help you. You ask him if they'll accept the assistance of the Onryo, and he promises to vouch for you. You tell him. He doesn't know you. The Yotei Six took that from you both.
Oh.
His clan might not trust his judgment, considering the bounty on your head.
Oh my God, and he's gonna come back and be like, hey guys, Samurai Team 6 died.
Yeah.
Found a ghost.
Yeah.
Help the ghost now. And they'll be like, what the fuck, dude?
Well, you agree to ride with him into the Ishikari Plain. But from there, you're going to go your own way. But when you arrive, the Matsumai camp is burned to the ground.
Oh my God, he's so getting fired.
The bodies of his fellow soldiers littering the ground and hanging from trees.
Holy shit.
He curses, wondering how many more will die by the Oni's hand before this is all over. You hear a band of Oni raiders approach and pull your weapon. After their defeat, Jubei leads you to another nearby encampment that is yet to be attacked. They greet him and ask who you are. You say, I'm his long-lost sister.
So you just air that shit out immediately. You're not even like, I am the ghost. I am here for vengeance.
Well,
You're like, we grew up together.
Well, they go, oh, you brought a comedian. Cool. Jubei never corrects them. And when they depart, you're like, what the fuck? He says, I don't know you, remember?
Oh my God, they're such siblings. And then they give each other fucking noogies and shit.
You say he could have at least said you were the one who killed the snake in Kitsune. He says that the Onryo is considered an outlaw by the Matsumai clan. It would only bring trouble and questions. Just chill for a minute and let him go speak to high command. He needs to warm them up to the idea first. After a little while, you find your brother speaking with Commander Wada, the leader of this camp. As you approach, Jubei goes, yes, this is the woman who helped avenge our fallen at the other camp. Wada takes one look at you and knows exactly who you are.
Women with a reputation across the nation for murdering motherfuckers,
Yeah.
probably kind of few and far between. He can do the math here.
He says, thanks for the assist, but you're not welcome here. You're an outlaw and have no place in Clan Matsumai. He'll let you leave here with a pocket full of coins since you did help, but after that, you're not an ally, and he'll have to arrest you should you meet again.
I love that this is how, like, the police treat Spider-Man
Yeah.
in the movies where they're like, I have to arrest you. He's like, there's a building on fire. And he's like, well, fucking get in there.
Yeah. Jubei just stands there in embarrassed silence, as you accept this expected reaction and leave the camp.
Atsu's clearly the older one, right? And Jubei's like the
about,
baby boy.
10 seconds,
Yeah, but still. They still have the sibling dynamics of older and younger.
As you saddle up to depart, Jubei approaches apologizing. You yell at him, saying you knew this would happen. You're here to avenge your family and will do it without your family. He tells you where the Oni's castle is located, and that there's a market just outside its gates. He suggests starting there. Without a word, you mount your horse and ride out of the camp. You reach a high ridge and look out at the Ishikari Plains with your spyglass. You spot the market your brother mentioned, as well as the castle, high as fuck up on top of a mountain's peak, surrounded by fortified walls.
Lord fucking dipshit hated Kitsune.
Right?
Because, like, Kitsune was in the fucking woods on a mountain, and this motherfucker has a fortress with a mall at its steps. That's my fucking dream, is to live in a castle with a mall I can walk to. Are you kidding me? This guy has worked his way up in the terrorist organization. He's doing great for himself.
Are you fucking Lord Farquaad? What the hell?
You
just described Duloc entirely.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know Shrek very well, but I have had a fuck-ass Bob, so maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying, this guy's got it made for being a piece of shit.
Your wolf companion joins by your side to let you know they're still around. Then he runs off to do his own shit. But don't worry, he'll keep showing up to help you in fights from time to time.
Good boy.
On your way to the market, you find a small hut all alone. Scattered around it are long poles called yari. They're weapons, similar to the ones Saito uses, just without the long-ass blade at the end. Instead, it's sharpened into a point.
Oh, cool.
While you inspect one, an older man comes from the house, calling you one of those Oni raiders and attacks. You fight him for a bit before he stops. You don't fight like the raiders, so you must not be one. You tell him that if he wants to make it up to you, train you in the way of the yari, so you can use one against them. He's impressed, as he is the person who began the resistance against the raiders.
Hell yeah, rebel, my guy.
He's been a wanted man himself ever since he killed a bunch of them.
Oh, this dude's awesome.
Since you're trying to kill the Oni, he agrees to train you.
See, there are dudes here that are awesome.
Yeah, that's true.
This dude's fucking awesome. He was like, it's on sight, motherfucker. And then realized halfway through and was like, nah, you're cool. Hell yeah, you want to join my forces. This is great.
His training involves going down to the water's edge and spearing some fish. Because every game has fish in it.
Just straight up stabbing fish coming out of the river. That's fucking great.
You train up a bunch and then get a yari of your own to use in battles.
Do you get to cook the fish?
You do get to cook the fish. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this is like, you're only supposed to hunt if you like take advantage of the meat you do. You're not supposed to do it for sport.
Yeah.
I love this dude. He was like, I'll train you and then I'm going to eat like a fucking king.
He does too.
He's got salmon jerky for weeks back in his hut.
When you arrive at the market, you find a wanted sign for a man named Mad Goro. He stole the Oni's personal musket.
That's right, there's guns in this.
As you're inspecting the poster, you hear a commotion behind you. The bar owner is being dragged from his establishment by a gang of Oni raiders. They're about to cut off his arm for letting Mad Goro drink at his bar and leave without turning him into authorities.
Motherfuckers.
He argues back that he had no idea it was Mad Goro. And to top it off, the asshole left without paying. You stop them from chopping off the guy's arm, and they attack you. Of course, you make quick work of them.
Good.
The barkeep is pissed at you. This will just bring more trouble. You're like, damn, crazy way to say thank you. He says you can have one drink on the house, then you need to leave.
But nothing top shelf, it has to be well.
Yeah. So you take the opportunity to eavesdrop on some of the patrons while you imbibe, figuring that if you find and catch this guy, you can quote-unquote bring him to justice and get access to the Oni as a result.
Yeah, okay.
You listen in on conversations, but don't get much until one of them says, "What the fuck is a samurai doing here?" You look up to see Jubei enter the bar. Happy to see you took his advice on the market.
And you're like, my little fucking brother. I'm in the middle of something.
You ask, "What are you doing here?" and he says he's just here to check up on you. His commander doesn't know he's here.
He's so embarrassing.
He really is.
In such a sibling way. That's so good.
You tell him your plan about Mad Goro, saying he interrupted your snooping. Jubei smiles and calls over a waitress. He sends a nearby table a round of free drinks and says not to tell them who it's from. The trick works, and the men start talking about where they heard Mad Goro was hiding out.
That's not how anything works, by the way. That's very funny.
He recently shot and killed a bunch of people at Iwami Village.
Whoa.
You're like, damn, smart move, bro. Let's go.
Your approach was crazy, but you did get results.
As you go to stand, a bunch of Oni raiders enter the market. You wonder if they're here for you or Jubei, and he stands saying, there's only one way to find out. As you approach, you hear them yelling about a samurai, and Jubei goes, guess it's for me.
Yeah, he has younger sibling charisma and ego, and I just imagine Atsu kind of rubbing her temples going, God damn it.
You really haven't changed that much, have you?
Yeah.
They see you approach, and they congratulate Jubei on the new girlfriend.
Ew!
Yeah, you're like, gross. For even suggesting that, you die.
Reasonable.
With your twin brother by your side, you two destroy the Oni raiders who came looking for him.
Good.
Realizing his presence is bringing danger to the market, the two of you leave to find Mad Goro. Jubei asks if he can accompany you, as your father would want you to work together.
Oh, he's like, we ruined the vibes of the whole fucking place. Can I at least come with you? It's what Dad would have wanted. It's what Dad would have wanted.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Dropping that.
That's fucked up. Have you ever done that?
It's so manipulative. No, I haven't done that. I don't see my siblings that much.
Oh.
You warn him. He might not like the woman you've become. He says, you assume I liked you as a child.
Oh my God. Wait, their writing is perfect.
I know. God, their sibling dialogue is fantastic in this.
Now, I don't have any siblings, so I also just assume this is perfect, but this is what I infer from all my friends.
Yeah.
I was a twin, but I did absorb it
in the womb.
And I get it, you know? I think I get it.
You're like, fine then. But he has to follow your lead every step of the way. And he accepts.
He's just excited to be there.
The village is recovering from the recent attack by Mad Goro, and you get a lead on where he went. So you follow the trail left behind.
It's like full of gunpowder and shit.
Along the way, you encounter some bounty hunters also tracking him. Words are exchanged, and you have to kill them all.
It happens.
Jubei tells you that you don't have to kill everyone who fights you. And you tell him you hate leaving loose ends. Plus, he agreed to follow your lead. You eventually find Mad Goro as he opens fire on you from high above, earning the Mad moniker by laughing like a lunatic the whole time.
He's just a crazy dude with a gun.
Insane. So you use Jubei to keep him distracted while you sneak up on him from behind. After taking him down, you tie him up and tell him it's time to go have a chat with the Oni. He's like, come on, you can do better than that. He's a former Oni raider himself. He has so much information he can spill if you agree to just take the gun and let him free.
Take the gun. Leave the Mad Goro.
Yeah.
Also, that makes sense about why they're so mad at the bartender earlier. Like, no, he betrayed us.
Yeah.
And he's killing us. That's why this is like cut off and arm worthy. He's not just some asshole. He's our fucking
former asshole.
Yeah, he's an AWOL brother in arms.
To prove he has valuable information, he tells you that they don't burn every samurai alive. The Oni needs laborers to keep the castle running, and samurai are very strong. Hearing this, Jubei wants to know how many of his brothers in arms are enslaved up there. Mad Goro giggles, saying at least 24?
Jesus Christ.
You tell Jubei the shit stain is clearly lying to get out of trouble. Jubei pulls you aside, saying he needs to bring Goro back to his clan for questioning. You're pissed, because you had a feeling he would choose his clan over you. He promised to follow your lead, and now he's making it all about himself and his fucking clan.
Ugh.
Jubei snaps back that there are innocent people involved here, and he needs to know how he can save them. He promises that after they're done with him, he's all yours, and you can take him and the musket up to the castle. Everyone gets what they want. You retort that the only thing you both want is a dead Oni. His way delays that by several days.
Yeah.
You kick Mad Goro in the face just because.
Honestly valid.
And tell Jubei he has 24 hours. And then you're taking him up to the castle. In 24 hours, not even he will be able to stop you.
Good.
Jubei reluctantly agrees, saying he'll personally deliver Mad Goro to you at the base of the castle the next day. You go to the meeting spot and find Jubei all alone.
Oh my god, he fucked this whole thing up. He was like, "Can I borrow your car?" "No, you'll have it by prom," and is like, "I'll pay for your Uber, I guess."
Right.
I'm sorry. He fucked this whole thing up.
You ask where Mad Goro is, and he says Commander Wada wouldn't allow him to leave.
Yeah, dipshit. In what world would he be like, "Okay, take him back to where you found him"? That's not how clan works.
Ever. But he does have the musket.
That's not enough.
You tell him that's not good enough.
I'm with Atsu on this.
The Oni is a vengeful asshole. Yes, he wants his gun back, but he'll want to punish the dickhead who stole it. That's the only way to get him to come out of his castle. Unless you had Clan Matsumai's golden boy.
If you fuck this up for me, baby brother, you're gonna fix this for me.
He'd surely come out to punish Jubei just because he's a high-ranking samurai. He's like, fuck you, not happening. You go, fine, go get Mad Goro. He says that he can't go against orders. You tell him he's already going against orders just by being here. The Oni killed our father. We have to do this. Together.
Throw it back at him.
Yeah.
It's for Dad. Would you do this for Dad?
He sighs and finally agrees, saying that you need to plan this carefully.
He needs to get over it. He owes Atsu this.
Right? You say you'll offer him up, the Oni will take him captive, then later when it's dark, you'll sneak around and set him free. Then the two of you will kill him together. You don a disguise just in case the Oni recognizes you as the Onryo, tie up your brother's arms, and escort him to the castle gates.
Wait, what is the disguise? Is it just smiling?
No, it's just a face mask.
I feel like if Atsu was just really happy to be like, that's clearly not her.
Yeah. You demand to turn him over to the Oni, and they say that the deal was for Mad Goro, not some loser samurai.
And he's just taking fucking strays here.
You tell them he's the right hand to Commander Wada. He'll want to see this one personally. The Gateguard says he's never seen a woman bounty hunter in these parts, and immediately wonders if you're the bitch who killed the snake.
Again, there's only so many bad bitches out here.
You laugh, saying that the bounty on the Onryo is much higher than this guy. For that much money, you'd turn yourself in. This apparently is good enough, and they let the two of you through, saying to follow the path up to the castle.
She really hit some Arthur Morgan shit.
Yeah, can I turn myself in?
Yeah.
The Oni emerges from his keep, dressed as a dark samurai, with a quarter of his mask destroyed, exposing part of his face.
That's cool.
You present him with the gun, and he wonders where Mad Goro is. He's the one who actually stole it. You shove Jubei forward, saying he killed Mad Goro. He just so happens to be Commander Wada's top guy. So you thought he'd be a good consolation and worth far more than a toothless fuck like Mad Goro. The Oni tells you to remove your mask, so he can thank you. And you tell him. You first. He laughs because that's not happening, then invites you inside to get your reward.
He's a game recognized game.
As you walk through, the Oni says he hopes Jubei is strong. There's a lot of work to be done as he prepares this castle for Lord Saito. You question him, saying you've heard the Oni is a powerful, strong man who bows to no one. He corrects you, saying there is only one he considers his master, and that's Lord Saito. As you walk through the castle grounds, you can see the Oni raiders' numbers are massive. The Oni controls a whole-ass army.
Oh, shit.
Hundreds of men follow him. He passes Jubei off to the labor prison captain, and you eyeball the keys dangling on his belt, noting it for later. You and Jubei separate as you follow the Oni to the castle itself.
You know Jubei's so fucking pissed. He's like, I'm sorry, they're immediately putting me into the labor
Right.
camp? There's not even like an intake situation? Fuck.
As you approach the doors, some guards throw a body out, which flops lifelessly to the ground.
Oof.
He asks what's going on, and they say that ever since Mad Goro escaped, It has made some of the prisoners more bold. This one tried to escape, so they killed her. The Oni tells them to string up the body near the holding cells. Let them watch her rot down to bone
Ugh.
and know what happens when they try to run.
Jesus Christ.
Inside, you see the Grand Hall, the walls covered in treasure and artifacts. He tells you to go ahead and look around while he counts out your reward. On one of the shelves, you see a sheath. The one that belongs to the sword you carry.
It's just on display in the castle? Oh my god.
You flash back to that night, as tiny you and Jubei hide and watch the Oni, whose mask is still fully intact, beating the shit out of your father with his bare hands.
Oh.
Jubei is holding the sword and says he has to do something. He stands to charge and you stop him, saying you're better with the sword than he is. But he doesn't care. He stands and runs, screaming as he pulls it out in the worst sneak attack in history.
Oh.
The Oni turns and grabs Jubei by the throat, lifting him in the air as the sword falls to the ground. He laughs, asking where his sister is hiding. Jubei doesn't answer, and the Oni throws Jubei 10 feet where he crumples to the ground.
Oof.
He walks over laughing and grabs him by the leg and starts dragging. You come out from the shadows and grab the sword. You wait until you're right behind him to yell out. And the Oni turns, only to receive a face full of katana, courtesy of you.
Fuck yeah.
He staggers off in pain as you run to Jubei and your father. Your dad tells you to run and find your mother. But his instructions are cut short, as a sword drives through his chest from behind. The Oni stands there, a quarter of his mask broken from your attack, blood dripping down it, having dealt the killing blow to your father.
Oh, God.
He advances on you, lifting you by your throat, and you flash back to the present. The Oni in your time approaches with a sack full of coin, offering it. You tell him to keep the money. You want the sheath. He's like, that thing's so old, he doesn't even remember where it came from. But sure, go for it.
Oh, that's so insulting.
But take the money too. He's not sure if it's of any value.
Wow.
Especially without the sword that goes with it. He leads you back outside and says that you are his honored guest tonight, and to join he and his men in a feast. He'll get you good and drunk too. Then leaves you to explore his castle grounds. You spend the time figuring out where they took Jubei. You look around and see some soldiers hanging the body of that prisoner who tried to escape. You remember they're going to put her near the holding cells, and figured that must be where they took Jubei.
What a horrific fucking landmark.
Right? Like, oh my God.
Brutal.
You find the prison guard and antagonize him.
Hey, mister.
So you challenge him to a friendly duel, and the Oni is impressed, saying he would actually love to see that. You beat the man down and go to help him back up, snatching the keys in the process.
Get it, girl.
The Oni congratulates you on a good fight and says to enjoy dinner tonight, but he won't be there. He always eats alone. After dinner, you find your horse and prepare for a real fight, grabbing your weapons and putting your sword in its rightful holder.
That's so good.
You sneak up to the prison and release Jubei. He says, you stink like sake, and you tell him you had to keep up appearances at dinner, but you have a strong constitution, you're fine.
I have been moving boulders all day for 9 hours because we had to do this first thing in the fucking morning, Atsu. And you come to pick me up and you're wasted. And she's like, shut the fuck up, Jubei.
I'm
oh
fine.
My God. You sound like mom.
You run through the plan with him. The two of you will sneak up to the castle where he's all alone. You'll kill him and sneak out while everyone is drunkenly sleeping. Jubei says that's not good enough. The prisoners here are members of Clan Matsumai. He can't leave them. You're like, fine. After the Oni is dead, we'll launch a prison break. But there better be a reward for saving these men. You don't work for free.
I hope Atsu's like, and I'm gonna raid his fucking sake chest because that shit was stacked.
The two of you scale the sides of the castle, and Jubei asks what your plan is once you get inside.
Are you parkouring during this?
You are, yeah. It's very like Nathan
shit.
Drake, like Uncharted kind of climbing.
Okay, cool.
You tell him you're going to slit his throat while he sleeps. Jubei doesn't like that. It's not an honorable way for a soldier of his stature to die. You're like, fuck him. He stabbed Dad in the back. In what world was that honorable? He's like, okay, good point. But what if he's awake? He'll call his entire army to come after you two. All you can do is hope that won't be the case. You break in, and the lights are out. You tiptoe around wondering where he is. You don't hear snoring or even heavy breathing. Suddenly, you're hoisted high in the air, and the Oni pulls a sword saying he knew there was something off about you.
Motherfucker.
The mask you wouldn't remove. The way you watched where he sent your prisoner. But then, you asked for your father's saya, which is the name for the katana's sheath.
Ugh.
That was when he knew who you are. The Oni throws you out the window from the 5th floor, and you crash down on the ground below, breaking through scaffolding.
Oh my god.
Jubei dives out after you, as the entire Oni Raider army sounds the alarm.
Wait, Jubei didn't try and like fight the Oni. He's just like, nope, fuck this, I'm out.
Yep.
Like jumped after you. That is not you jump, I jump, my guy. We still have a mission.
Jubei says, you need to find your horses and get the fuck out of here, leading the way. Flaming arrows and bombs are being flung at you as you make your way through the castle grounds. The two of you find your mounts and charge through the guards blocking the gates, your horses trampling over their frail little bodies.
Atsu keeps like beefing the shit out of surprise attacks.
She's not good at this
And
at all.
This one does at least reflect like she tried to sneak attack the Oni like thoughtfully, and he caught her and threw her ass. And Jubei, not helpful. So I appreciate the mirroring in the narrative, but like between this and when she first rolled up on Lord Saito, like things do not go her way.
At any point, do they?
Damn.
Once you put enough distance between yourselves and the castle, you regroup. You tell Jubei that Mad Goro apparently used a secret tunnel to escape the castle. You want to question Goro so that on the next attempt, but Jubei stops you wondering if you're serious. You want to try that shit again?
Yeah, dipshit, I have like one life mission.
You tell him that if he had brought you Mad Goro from the get-go, none of this would have happened. This is as much his fault as it is yours. He says that now, the Oni is going to kill the slaves that he wanted to save. Father would have wanted you two to fight for the living. You yell at Jubei that your father was murdered. All he cares about is playing samurai. He says you were right before when you said you don't know each other. He really doesn't know you at all.
Oh.
And honestly, he doesn't want to now. Having said his piece, he mounts his horse and rides off into the night, leaving you alone.
Fuck.
You're like, fine, you don't need him.
Oh, God.
You'll break Mad Goro out yourself and figure it out from there. That night, you head to the Matsumai camp and sneak in. You find where Mad Goro is being kept, and he says that he'll take you to wherever you want if you get him out of here. For a prisoner, he's really not that helpful. The jail is made of wood, and he's worried he'll get splinters if he tries to break through the wall.
Oh my God.
So you have to break into his jail cell yourself from the roof. The floor gives out under your weight, and you crash into his cell.
So also, your brother's jail cells made like shit.
Yep.
And I want her to be like, my goddamn brother.
Well, you wonder what the fuck just happened, and he says he threw his chamber pot at the ceiling, and it caused the cave-in. You tell him that explains the smell.
Ew.
Then he whines that he popped a blister.
This guy's fucking weird.
He's Mad Goro, yeah.
But he's mostly weird.
You help him pry loose some of the wall's boards, and you squeeze your way out of the jail. Waiting outside is Jubei, saying he knew you'd be here.
I heard you two screaming at each other.
He asks if it's not enough being wanted by the Yotei Six, but you'll be wanted by Clan Matsumai as well if you go through with this prison break. You tell him you don't give a shit about Clan Matsumai. He tells you to care about him at the very least.
I figured Jubei would be like, you'll do this prison break, but not my prison break.
Dad would have wanted it.
Yeah.
He spent his entire life with these people, and they mean a lot to him. You ask if he's ever told them what happened to his family, and he says no. He tries not to live in the past. You're like, yeah, sounds like you're all super close. Goro, who's still inside the jail cell, complains that he still hasn't had dinner yet. Jubei tells him the guards will be by soon with some food, but he has to escort his sister outside the camp. You go, come on, seriously? Jubei tells you you're lucky he isn't arresting you, and to come along before Commander Wada finds out you were here trying to free a prisoner. You follow behind him as Mad Goro wishes you safe travels.
This fucking guy, have fun storming the castle.
You tell Jubei nothing will stop you from getting to the Oni. He says that Clan Matsumai is planning a full-scale invasion of the castle as you speak. Soon, hundreds of samurai will descend on it to rescue their own. The Oni will die, just not by your hand. You say nothing and follow to the gates of the camp. Then, a flaming arrow lands, followed by dozens more, as the Oni raiders launch a preemptive attack on the Matsumai camp.
And those flaming arrows are like their calling card. That's their fucking wet bandits leave the fucking faucet running shit.
Jubei goes, fuck. Grab your sword and help defend the samurai.
Fine, we're doing this together.
The raiders begin to firebomb the bridge that leads into camp, knowing that if it gets taken out, they won't be able to launch a counterattack stuck inside their own camp.
Oof.
So you take out the people launching the explosives while Jubei defends the bridge from upon it. After taking out the launchers, you join him, and the Oni arrives, saying it's just like old times. A couple of children fruitlessly defending their home.
Oh my god.
And losing. Just then a bomb explodes.
Whoa.
And the two of you fall through the bridge into the river 100 feet below. You swim to shore and start talking about how to fight back. Jubei wonders, what happened to you the night your family was destroyed that makes you keep fighting? He just doesn't get it. You tell him how Lord Saito pinned you to the tree and set it on fire. You barely escaped before it set you ablaze as well. He apologizes for everything, saying he kept trying to force his ways on you without ever learning how you operate.
And forgetting how fucking stubborn his sister really is.
You say it's fine. You warned him. He might not like who you've become. He says, yeah, but at least now, he understands why. He says now that the camp is destroyed, the remaining troops will retreat to another one north of here. But he's not following. He's going to help you kill the Oni.
Yeah.
Since it's unlikely Mad Goro survived that attack. You go, yeah, about that. We never fixed the jail cell when he escorted you out of there. He probably escaped as soon as you were gone.
100%. If Atsu could squeeze through, I know Atsu has a small frame, but like, Mad Goro's fucking weird. He's gonna like be like, I'm gonna suck in my ribs and slither out like a snake, you know?
He's frustrated, but says, okay, I guess I am going to the northern camp. See if anyone saw Mad Goro during the chaos. He says to meet him there later and tell the guards you're with him, and they'll let you into the camp.
She's his +1
to army.
to army.
You make your way there and find your brother speaking with Commander Wada. Wada asks just what the fuck you think you're doing here right now, and Jubei tells him to calm down. You help defend the bridge. You're an ally. Wada says that doesn't matter. You don't belong here. Jubei stares him down and says, yes, she does.
Ooh.
Then turns his back on him, leading the way.
Ooh.
You follow, saying that he's not going to be head boy anymore after that little stunt.
Calling him head boy is so condescending.
He says that results are all that matter to the Matsumai. If he returns with the Oni's head, all will be forgiven. In the meantime, he got a lead on where Mad Goro ran to after the attack. He found an old abandoned shrine and has taken up residence there, asking if you're ready to go after him. On the way, you ask Jubei if he wants to actually know you now. He apologizes for saying otherwise before. He had just escaped death and was a little flustered. But you're twin wolves, and father would want you to finish this together. The night your parents died, he has never been able to face it. He's always pretended it happened to someone else, from a story he heard once. The cowardly little boy, he buried him along with his family. You tell him that no matter what you've tried, you can't escape that night. It haunts your dreams, your nightmares, your every waking moment. That's why you became an Onryo. All you have left is revenge.
This is an interesting study on how different people process trauma,
Right,
too.
yeah. He says he never blamed you for that night, and you tell him you never blamed him either. Not even at the darkest moments. The Yotei Six did this, and the two of you are going to end them. Jubei asks if you've visited your old home, and you tell him he should see it. It's still disheveled, but you're working on that. He says he's still not ready. Not sure he ever will be. You reach the shrine where Bad Goro is hiding, only to find him pretending to be a priest.
He's so weird.
Offering you water and a place to rest. You tell him to drop the act, but he refuses, saying you must honor the shrine as it is holy land. Jubei tells you he's right. You must show this place respect, even if Goro is desecrating it with his lies. But you end up spilling a ton of blood here anyway, as some bounty hunters show up to take Goro in, considering he's now wanted by both the Oni as well as Clan Matsumai. They want to start a bidding war for him.
You know that looting boy's in the corner just like, come on, motherfucker. If I follow Atsu, I make bank every fucking time.
Goro tells you that if you want his secrets, you'll keep them away. So you fight them off, and Goro tells you about a mine beneath the Oni's castle. It leads out to the ocean, so you'll need a boat to get there. Then he fucks off, saying he thinks he found his new calling as a priest. You and Jubei go, sure, Goro, sure.
Let him have his fantasy. Who gives a shit?
You find a boat and prepare to storm the castle once more. Jubei says that this morning he performed all his usual pre-battle rituals. But for some reason, this one is hitting different. He can still feel the Oni's grip around his neck.
Blech.
You tell him you have your own pre-battle rituals. You start a fire and breathe in the smoke, reminding you of the flames from the ginkgo tree. It keeps you fueled.
Jesus.
Telling him that the grip around his throat will likely be the thing that keeps him fighting. It's going to help him get through this next battle. With that, the two of you board a small rowboat and set out for the mine entrance. You manage to find it, and the two of you break back into the castle grounds. Along the way, you free a shitload of the samurai slaves, killing their captors as you do.
Jubei's like, thank God, because I put a lot on this, and if I didn't get those motherfuckers out, I would have been in so much trouble at Army.
They tell you that they know where there are more, as well as the location of the weapons cache. You tell Jubei that his men need him. Go save as many as he can. You'll go after the Oni.
Fair.
You find him in the hall of the castle, lined with treasures. You ask if he's ready to pay for his crimes. He tells you that he is a mighty general. He never wanted to set children on fire. He never wanted to be relegated to repairing an old castle for his master. It'll be nice to have a real fight after so long. Especially against the bitch who fucked up his mask. The two of you draw swords, kicking off a very difficult fight. The snake was drunk. The kitsune you fought alongside of Yuki. But here, it's just you and the Oni, and he's the strongest of them all. At one point, he managed to grab you by the throat and lift you high.
That's his big move.
You claw at his mask and rip it off, exposing the massive scar he left down his cheek, blinding his left eye.
Oh, hell yeah.
He launches you out the door into the courtyard, his mask landing in the mud. You stand and step on it, a sign of absolute disrespect.
Fuck yeah, Atsu.
The two of you fight in the pouring rain, until the old man before you can't fight anymore. He falls to his knees and prepares to die. You hold your sword tip at his throat and tell him to start crawling. He obeys, and you guide him through the castle grounds, where all his slaves are standing in a line, led by your brother Jubei.
Fuck yeah.
They watch as he struggles to pull himself through the mud. Jubei approaches, and the Oni begs you to give him a warrior's death. He's earned that. You tell him he's no warrior. Then you and Jubei lift your swords high, and with effortless swings, remove his head from his body.
That's so gnarly. And it's what Dad would have wanted.
Yeah.
The twin wolves working together. Oh, fuck yeah.
You raise your sash and draw your blood-stained sword across his name. A horn blows, and Jubei says it'll be Oni Raider reinforcements, commanding the freed samurai to retreat back to Matsumai's northern camp, leaving the body of the Oni to be discovered by his men.
But not the head. He's taking that shit to fucking put on a spike. Let's go.
From a distance, you and Jubei watch the castle burn, having set it on fire on the way out.
Hell yeah.
He asks if you'll continue your hunt, and you say yes. He says he's going to report back to Matsumai Command, but after that, he'll meet you at the family home.
Oh, he's ready.
He wants to help you finish this shit. You thank him and say, see you at home, brother.
Oh.
Once again, we cut to Koga Fortress. Lord Saito, the spider and the dragon discuss the death of the Oni at dinner, wondering how one little woman is causing so much destruction. The spider corrects them, saying that this little woman is a ghost, an onryo that can't be stopped. Saito tells the spider to stop being so fucking dramatic. The shogun is the enemy, not some ghost with a grudge. Spider says, sure, Dad. Whatever you say.
He's like pushing his mashed potatoes around all
Yeah.
pissy and shit. Like, Dad, she's a ghost.
You arrive at your homestead to find Jubei there in civilian clothes, standing under the tree, looking down at your parents' grave.
Oh.
You approach, happy to see him here. He apologizes for never returning. He should have been there to help you bury them. You tell him you thought he died that night, sending you both back into the past. You and Jubei are running for your lives through your mother's garden, approaching a cliffside. Jubei asks where Mother is, and you can't even answer him. He begins to cry, knowing the two of you are now orphans.
Oh.
The dragon and the spider arrive, telling you the crying was so loud it's giving them a headache, lowering a pistol to your head. Spider goes back and forth, wondering which of you he's going to shoot. Jubei launches forward. The spider fires, and Jubei flies off the side of the hilltop to the ground below.
Oh my god.
Back in the present, you tell him from there, they dragged you to the tree and stabbed you to it. Jubei says that's the first time he's ever talked about what happened to him. He asks you to show him around so he can see what's changed and what's remained the same, remembering the different moments from that night. So real fast, I want to pause. Remember when I said there's a huge, massive, plot hole?
Yeah.
What happened to Jubei after that? He said a samurai found him, but when? And he's just at the base of the family home. Why didn't Atsu go looking for him and realize his body's gone? She did bury mom and dad. That to me,
okay, yeah.
that's an issue.
Yeah, why wouldn't she just peek over the hill and be like, where did my brother fall?
Yeah.
Is there any indication why wouldn't his body still be there? Did she assume he got eaten?
Something, or carried off by the Yotei Six or something. But
Yeah.
then it's movie rules. If you don't see the body, you're not dead. You know? Granted, she didn't have movies yet, but you know. Yeah, so to me, that is the one thing where there is kind of a pretty big plot hole that never gets addressed.
Yeah, they very purposely didn't say what happened to him. We've seen kind of what's happened to every other family member.
Yeah. But other than that, it's a pretty solid story.
Yeah.
He asks if you have ever found anyone to love.
Whoa. So are you dating anyone?
Yeah, if you thought about starting a family of your own. You say no. All you've ever thought about is revenge. He asks, well, what about after? You say you're not sure. You've never really planned to live beyond this, if you're being honest. Jubei says he has something he's been wanting to tell you, but gets interrupted by Oyuki's arrival, saying she wasn't expecting two of you. You introduce them, and Oyuki is happy to see the little boy is grown up to become a samurai.
Aww.
He's like, I'm sorry, have we met? She says that he would remember her as the Kitsune. He looks at you like, what the flying fuck, Atsu? Is she serious?
He's like, Atsu, you are so fucking bad at this. What?
You tell him that she tried to help you escape that night. Since then, she helped you kill the replacement Kitsune. Basically, recapping everything we've already been through.
Let me tell you what happened in the game.
He doesn't care and prepares to draw his sword. Oyuki says, here, maybe this will help. Lord Saito is gathering along the coast, right outside Matsumai Castle. Jubei panics, saying he has to return home.
He said, oh shit.
Besides, it's hard enough sticking up for his own sister with his clan. He refuses to defend the Kitsune who helped murder mom and dad. You and Oyuki mount up and follow from a distance. Kicking off Chapter 2, The the Onryo.
I forgot we were doing chapters.
I know, it's so long after chapter 1.
We've killed 3 of the 6. Let's reduce the fractions. We're down to 1/2 is gone.
Yeah. The two of you arrive at a Matsumai checkpoint leading to the coast. It's been recently destroyed, with people struggling to cling to life.
Oh, shit.
You find someone barely alive and ask who did this, and he says it was Lord Saito's sons, the dragon and the spider. They arrived with an army and wiped them out. The man dies, and the two of you continue toward the coast. Passing through a ransacked village, here you find Jubei trying to help the survivors. He says the sons passed through and just started slaughtering innocents. Oyuki says that's pretty much their MO. They'll kill however many as it takes to please their father. Jubei says, of course, the Kitsune would know that.
This is reasonable on his end.
You tell him to shut up. She's a good guy now. And to get on his horse so you can chase these fuckers down. You continue to ride, and Jubei rallies every living samurai he can on the way, saying that their home is under attack, and we ride on the Saito brothers.
And he's still in his, like, plain clothes, right?
He is, yeah.
So he's just like, I'm off duty right now, but you guys gotta come with me.
A fleet of samurai join you, riding by your side. You arrive at the coast to see Lord Saito's forces include a navy as they launch a full-scale invasion.
Oh, they got boats.
Jubei can't believe it and is terrified, giving a rousing speech to his troops and leads the charge. With the Onryo and Kitsune by his side, the three of you break through the first line of defense, killing the invaders.
You know, a bunch of his dudes were talking mad shit.
Right?
Like, he's got 2 women with him. That's not how we do things.
Jubei is insane with rage, showing the warrior within that you have yet to see. Most of the samurai who came with you don't survive the attack, leaving just the 3 of you for the next phase.
Also for plot purposes.
1,000 men between you and Matsumai Castle.
Oh.
Jubei says there'll be no match for the 3 of you. And you tell him to calm the fuck down. This isn't like him.
He just discovered therapy. This is the first time he's ever talked about what happened that night, and it's just pouring out in the craziest ways.
He snaps back that his fucking family is in there, Atsu.
Oh.
You stare at him open-mouthed, as this is the first time he's mentioned this.
She's like, your fucking family's standing next to you, dude. What do you... Oh, you mean a new family.
You get it. He wants to protect them. But there are too many between here and there. You need to be strategic. Oyuki says she will do whatever it takes to protect them, in an effort to make up for her part in the death of your parents. He thanks you both, and agrees to wait for nightfall. It'll make sneaking past the battle easier at the very least. That night, you sneak your way through the back line of the fight, eventually making it to the first village outside the castle walls, where the enemy forces are systematically killing villagers.
Ugh.
You stop them and search for survivors. Jubei running straight for a specific house. A girl comes out holding a sword, and then drops it and runs to Jubei, calling him father.
Aww.
Her name is Kiku, and her age makes this whole thing a little problematic, if you ask me.
Okay.
Jubei was orphaned 16 years ago,
Yeah.
at about the age of 12.
Right.
This girl appears to be about that age as well.
Oh. So Jubei's 28 with a 12-year-old?
Yeah. So, back that up a little bit.
Look, people did things differently back then.
Yeah, Jubei got busy with a quickness after joining Clan Matsumai.
He was a samurai. He was sharpening his sword.
And we do find out later that his wife died pretty quick after birth. So he was a teen father, like, by himself.
Oh, that sucks.
I guess they were different times, like you said, though.
Yeah.
Jubei is relieved to find Kiku alive. And after a quick hug, she wants to know who the ladies he brought along are.
Did you find me a new mommy?
You approach, covered in blood, and introduce yourself.
Hey, girl.
I'm Atsu, how's it going?
I'm covered in the blood of my enemies.
Jubei tells Kiku, you're his sister. Kiku is excited, saying, really? I have an aunt?
Oh.
She was watching you fight through the windows, then says, I hope you kill those bastards who did this.
She is such a part of their family.
Yeah,
I love
right?
it. She's like, I have the vengeance gene.
Jubei tells her to settle down, and Kiku goes, what? They deserve it.
Absolutely, Kiku.
You're like, yeah, they do.
Immediately, Atsu's the cool aunt who would 100% let her have a cigarette. She's like, I've always got candy in my purse and I will never tell your dad about what you did.
Jubei tells Kiku to come along after introducing her to Oyuki as well, saying she's here also. This isn't Jubei's home. Kiku was just staying here while he was deployed. You move on to the coastal lands to find Castle Matsumai is still standing in the distance. That Saito's sons haven't made it that far yet. Jubei pulls Kiku up onto a horse, points to a village in the distance at the base of Matsumai Castle, and says to meet them there. A couple burning settlements can also be seen as you descend into this section of the map. Your plan is to find the spider and dragon and kill them separated from their men. Without leadership, the army will fall quickly to the Matsumai forces.
Yeah.
Oyuki reminds you, Jubei and Kiku are your family.
Mm-hmm.
She knows you thought you were all alone all this time, but you're not an Onryo anymore. You're an auntie.
Oh, wait, that's so sweet.
Don't go in too hastily. You have people to live for now.
Oh.
You're like, shit. You haven't really had time to process that fact yet, but she's right. This changes things, doesn't it?
Oh.
Oyuki says she knows people around here. She'll head out and see what she can find out about the Saito boys' movements. She knows where your brother is now and will report there when she gets info on them, suggesting you go get to know your little niece in the meantime.
Go bond.
Since the Saito sons use guns, you decide to stop by a local gunsmith on your way to your brother's place. When you arrive, you find the gunmaker bleeding out. His most recent customer took his new weapon and shot him with it.
That's not a sample. That's not how you're supposed to do that. It's not like going to a candy store and like trying a fucking strawberry puff.
You help get him back to health, and he agrees to make one for you, so long as you use it to kill the motherfucker who shot him. You have no issues killing for revenge and agree to the terms.
Like, that sounds great, my guy.
You find the man, testing out his new firearm on a family.
Jesus.
You take him out and retrieve it, taking it back to the gunsmith. He's ashamed, knowing what his weapon of war had done. You tell him he knew this man was part of Saito's forces and not to pretend otherwise. The guy was dressed in their colors. He says that he will take money from anyone offering. It's not on him how they use it. You tell him the man murdered innocent women and children with it. He's like, shit. Okay, maybe he should be a bit more discerning who he sells to in the future.
Like, you know, if you go to a bar, they're supposed to cut you off so you don't get too drunk and
Yeah.
hurt yourself or others. Same deal.
Yeah. You arrive just outside of Castle Matsumai in the village at its base. A samurai approaches, saying Jubei told him to expect you and to lead you to his home. You ask what they're doing about the oncoming forces, and they say that the castle is very secure.
Famous last words.
They're evacuating local communities and bringing everyone here for their own protection. You say they have guns and can kill from a pretty significant distance. The samurai dismisses this, saying the sword will always win against the gun. He's not worried.
You know the phrase, bringing a sword to a gunfight?
Right.
It hasn't been invented yet. That's why he doesn't realize this is an issue.
You arrive at the house to find Jubei and Kiku arguing. He wants her to make flower arrangements to keep her mind distracted from all the war. She wants to learn how to wield a katana because, you know, war.
I'm actually with her on this one.
He says she's too young and also a girl. She should work on flowers.
The misogyny from the samurai has gotten to Atsu's brother.
Regardless, he doesn't have time to teach her. Commander Wada has summoned him to the castle. You approach saying you'll help her with the flowers, and he thinks that's a good idea. Your mother had a great eye for flowers, and it'll give the two of you a chance to bond. He departs, leaving you two ladies to it. You help her make a flower arrangement, which doesn't take long. Then you're like, okay, I have no idea what to do with a kid, and ask her to show you where Jubei went. You have a spider and dragon to hunt. She takes you through the village to the castle, asking a million questions about the many refugees littering the streets. Even introducing you to a horse that was injured she helped nurse back to health.
Oh.
I have to admit, Kiku is one of the best written and performed children I've ever experienced in a game to date.
Really?
Sounds like a kid, acts like one too. Weirdly rare to experience, honestly.
Like, you can't tell it's an adult woman with a high-pitched voice.
Yeah, exactly. Like, even young Atsu is just Erica with, like, a pitched-up voice.
Oh, no.
Kiku has a heart of gold and
Mm.
hates seeing all this suffering,
Hmm.
saying she knows where the stashes of extra food and medicine are kept, asking if you'll help her sneak in and get some to distribute.
She's so sweet.
You tell her that it's being rationed for a reason, but kind of love her rebellious spirit. She says she knows you're the Onryo she's heard all about. The sash on your belt with the names crossed out is a dead giveaway.
I keep forgetting she has, like, you know how they have, like, the my 21st birthday,
Yeah.
like, just married, bachelorette party sashes in, like, Vegas.
I said yes to the ring.
Yeah, that type shit, but it's like, men I'd like to kill.
Yeah.
And half of them are bloodied out. That's very funny.
Plus, her dad told her you were.
Okay, so if that wasn't a dead giveaway, she was told explicitly, this is the ghost.
You call her a liar, but like her spunk.
She's fun.
You're like, okay then, let's go steal some supplies as she runs off. You teach her how to sneak around guards, giving her the skills her father refused to teach. You make a whole ass plan to get around some guys when Kiku runs out and calls to them. They come running over asking what's wrong. She says her father needs them at the stables. There's a horse emergency. They go, oh no, a horse emergency? Let's go, man. You're amazed that this works.
Yeah, I specifically am amazed that this works. So is Atsu, so is everyone. That's hilarious.
And she says, it pays to be Jubei's daughter.
She's using being a spoiled, like, army brat to her advantage. and
Yup.
You can't be mad about that. She's making the best of her situation. Atsu should be proud.
The two of you break in and collect the meds, only to get caught as you exit.
They're like, there's no fucking horse emergency.
They ask what you're doing, and you immediately turn it on Kiku, saying to ask her. She looks at you and goes, what the hell, Aunt Atsu? You tell her it's all part of her training and to think quickly. So she lies her fucking ass off, convincing the guard that she was sent here by Commander Wada to prevent a riot by the refugees. He accepts the lie and lets the two of you go.
Damn! So she just, like, nat 20s on charisma
Yeah.
for everything. Wow.
She improvs the shit out of that.
Jubei is leadership, Atsu is a warrior, and Kiku is a bard. Hell yeah.
Kiku goes off to distribute the medicine as a samurai approaches you, saying Jubei has summoned you.
Was there another horse emergency?
You're led to High Command, where Wada and he have a lead on the dragon. He's taken over a lighthouse on the coast.
There's always a lighthouse. There's always a man. There's always a city. Take a shot.
You come up with a plan to have Jubei lead a bunch of samurai there to draw the dragon's force's attention. Meanwhile, you'll sneak in and kill the dragon from the back line.
Atsu, every time you try to sneak up on someone, it gets fucked up royally.
Well, Wada doesn't love the idea, mostly because it involves you.
And he hates women.
But Jubei was right when he said that the death of the Oni would forgive a lot of sins. He's kind of warmed up to the idea of trusting you. So he approves the plan.
He really gives it like the I don't like it, but you gotta get it done energy.
The girl's got results. You launch the attack, but it's unfortunately a bust.
Yeah, I could have told you that. Atsu, baby girl, you can't do this.
The dragon sees you coming and manages to escape to the sea on one of his warships.
Fuck.
You're pissed, having missed your shot at him. So with him gone, you decide to try and find the spider next.
So the dragon's the one that actually washed away with the rain?
Yeah.
Went down the spout. Kind of fucked up, but let's go get the spider.
You tell Jubei that Oyuki is going to meet at his place and will likely have some information by now. So you head back to his house to meet with her. She does have the info. The spider took over a local rich person's mansion, then turned it into an opium den / brothel, and has been hanging out there.
Typical Nepo baby bullshit. Wow. Honestly, he'll be so fucking high and like out of his mind that you could just roll up and kill him.
He's not as great at the whole war thing as his brother.
But he wants the glamour.
So you decide to go in and instead of kill him, take him hostage. This will lure out the dragon, as he will most likely come to rescue his brother.
That's fair, I see you.
You decide to go in stealthy this time, since the plan to distract was a complete failure. Oyuki says the spider is throwing a party and needs entertainment.
Atsu's immediately like, do not make me
put on a kimono.
do this bullshit with you. I hate smiling.
Well, she figures the two of you can pretend to be musicians for the festivities.
Atsu's like, God damn it, I knew you were gonna say that shit.
You arrive outside the venue, and Kiku shows up saying she wants to help.
No.
You're like, what the fuck, kid? This is no place for you.
This is a literal brothel opium den.
She says she knows this house very well. She grew up in the area, and before the spider took it over, she played here, pretending to be a shinobi.
Oh, God damn it.
She can help you sneak in.
Okay, fine.
You tell her to show you the secret way inside, but that's it. She's not to follow you beyond the estate's walls. You follow her, and she shows you the entrance. You sneak in and make your way to the green room for performers.
Why do I assume it's like the back room of the stripper club in Euphoria where they're all just like...
doing coke?
Yeah, they're just ripping shit and there's titties everywhere and Atsu's like, I fucking hate everyone. I wanted to kill everyone in their sleep. No one would let me.
One of the girls there knows right away you're not a musician, but is grateful to see you. The spider beat the last girl damn near to death.
Whoa.
You tell her to take the night off. You'll be fine.
I hope she stole some shit on her way out. That poor girl.
You and Oyuki arrive at the party, where they are watching a play called The Night of the Burning Tree. A story very familiar to you.
Shut up!
With fire in your eyes, you approach the spider. He asks who you are, and in response, you just show him your sword. He panics and backs away. You turn to the crowd and say, "This play needs a new ending, don't you think?"
Everyone thinks it's like interactive theater.
Right.
They're like, oh, they're doing like a Sleep No More thing.
They're so fucking high.
Yeah. They don't know what the fuck's happening.
Dual wielding your father's blades, you cut down the partygoers one by one.
You know there's one motherfucker rolling out of his mind like, this feels so real.
With nobody to defend him, the spider drops to his knees and begins to beg you to make his death quick. You walk up to him and spit. You don't remember him being so fucking pathetic. You tell him you want nothing more than to see him dead. But lucky for him, you need him alive. Oyuki ties him up and says she'll meet you back at the castle with the prisoner. As you turn to leave, Kiku shows up and looks at you, covered in blood, asking if you're okay.
Oh.
You assure her none of it is yours.
Not my blood.
You shield her vision from the bodies spread everywhere and tell her to get out of here and get back to Castle Matsumai.
The idea of her kind of being like, all right, now don't look.
Yeah.
Don't touch anything. Don't inhale too much. They might be smoking opium. This house is hotboxed.
Look up and hold your breath.
Yeah. Now get the fuck out of here.
This is no place for a child. Back at Jubei's, he says the spider is being held in a prison cell, then takes you to question him. He knows he has the upper hand, even from behind bars. You need him alive to lure in his brother. But you have no idea how brutal his bro can be. No telling what he'll do to the people here. Then staring directly at Jubei says, especially little girls.
Ew, 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 ew.
Jubei tells him his head will soon be separated from his body, if he's lucky, and leaves. Outside, he asks why the fuck the spider knows he has a daughter. You tell him. Kiku helped you break into the party. He loses it. How could you take her with you?
He's being very reasonable here.
You tell him that he keeps shielding her from this war. He needs to start preparing her for it.
Honestly, yeah.
She's no older than the two of you were when you faced the worst night of your lives. He realizes you're right. And when he sees Kiku next at the stables, tells her it's time she learns to fight.
Honestly, this is really cool that Jubei can accept when he's wrong and amend things. Like, very mature. I know he had to grow up fast. He became a father at 16, but he's very mature.
I just always hate it when somebody has to experience something for themselves to realize that a change needs to happen.
Yeah.
But anyway.
That sucks.
She at least has two badass warrior women to teach her, asking if you'll take her to the training grounds outside the castle the next day, to which you and Oyuki agree.
Some fight like a girl type shit.
The next day, the four of you have a pretty wonderful time.
Aww.
training up little Kiku to defend herself with different lessons, like dueling, scouting, tracking, even map making.
They have like a workshop for her. That's so cool.
You're all wandering to the next lesson when your wolf friend approaches. Jubei panics. The last time he saw a wolf with you, Lord Saito entered your lives.
This is a bad omen.
You promise him, this one is a friend, and Kiku approaches. Then the wolf turns and runs, so you suggest following. The wolf leads you to its mate, who is trapped. So you help rescue her, and the two run off happily together.
Aww.
Kiku is amazed you managed to befriend a wild animal. You tell her it took a long time, but the two of you have sort of an understanding and trust with each other.
This is the most long-standing relationship Atsu
Right.
has in her life.
Your final lesson is how to forage and cook. A valuable skill if she ever finds herself lost and alone. High up on a hilltop, the four of you feast on fish and mushrooms. Jubei and you telling stories of childhood, both embarrassing and not.
Kiku is fucking loving this. She's like, tell me how dorky my fucking dad is.
You end the night playing one of Kiku's grandmother's songs.
Oh.
Something Jubei hasn't heard in over 16 years. Happy with his life for the first time in ages, Jubei pulls a bottle of sake, saying Kiku has earned her first sip today.
Oh, at 12?
He passes her the bottle, and she takes a giant swig. She goes, wow, that's way better than the stuff at home.
Kiku is an army brat to the fullest extent. Be so fucking for real. She's like, this shit is well made, unlike Dad's stash.
Everyone looks at her and she goes, which you will find completely as you left them. Thanks to the water she used to top them off.
If you do enough of that and keep it back in the freezer, it will freeze. And I'm going to tell you kids right now, don't do that shit. Stick to the whiskey and iced tea.
You and your wolf pack sleep under the stars, sipping sake and laughing the night away. The next day, it's time to stage the spider's execution to draw out his brother. You all head back to the castle for the ruse. Jubei is excited for you. You're about to cross off 2 of the last 3 names from your list. You guess you are too. You've been on this journey so long, you can't believe it's almost over. You and Jubei lead the spider to a wide-open execution area. Make it easy for anyone spying to see. On the way, Oyuki joins and starts making fun of the spider. He wonders who she is and she laughs, saying she used to be the kitsune. He can't believe it, calling her a traitor. She laughs, saying, and you're a dead man.
Fuck yeah, girl.
You take the spider to the water's edge, so the dragon's navy can see the action. You tie him to a pole with a fire burning nearby. Give the spider a taste of his brother's medicine.
Oh.
He laughs, saying, you have no idea the pain that's about to arrive. You look out at the water and see the dragon's boat approaching and smile. He's taken the bait. Then you see another ship, saying it looks empty? And then another. The third being Lord Saito's personal one. You're like, holy shit. The whole family's here. A flare shoots off Saito's ship. From behind you, on the land, Lord Saito's forces attack the castle.
Oh, fuck.
Jubei panics as he positioned everyone on the complete opposite side.
Oh my god.
He commands his men to run toward the battle as the gates are thrown open and Lord Saito's soldiers enter the castle grounds.
Fuck.
Spider is laughing his ass off as you turn to run and join the fight. But then a voice rings out that stops you in your tracks. Lord Saito comes from behind, asking where you're going. On his right is the dragon. The final 3 members of the Yotei Six, all in one place.
Jesus.
Spider calls out to his dad, but Saito just rolls his eyes at his dumbass son. He turns to the dragon and tells him to kill you, then departs. You prepare to fight, but Jubei calls out to you, saying Kiku is in danger. She's right in the path of the oncoming forces. He needs your help. You're like, but, Lord Saito, he's right fucking there. Jubei tells you your niece could die. Come with him and save her. With tears in your eyes, you tell him, I can't.
Whoa.
A gunshot rings out, and the dragon's bullet hits the ropes holding the spider, freeing him from his execution. Jubei and Oyuki run off to save Kiku in the castle, leaving you to fight the brothers, alone.
Holy shit.
You cross swords with the dragon, while the spider fires from the sidelines. Water splashes around you on the beach, until your blade makes its final slash, and the dragon dies at your feet.
Fuck yeah, you at least got one of them. Like, this is a fucked situation. You were outnumbered. Your family's mad at you. You at least got one down.
The spider screams out as you raise your sash, staring him in the eyes, and mark his brother off your list with his own blood.
Good.
He turns and tears ass out of there, so you give chase.
Good.
The war is in full-blown motion, and you cut your way through Saito's forces. You lose sight of the spider and decide to go for your family. But the enemy has made great strides, and you arrive at the castle where everyone was seeking refuge, to find it fully engulfed in flame.
Oh my god.
The scene cuts over to Lord Saito and the spider, standing over the dragon's body. Saito scolds his only remaining son, saying this is all his useless ass's fault. The spider promises to avenge his brother, and Saito scoffs, saying that the woman will cut him down without effort.
Saito's even like, nah, Atsu's gonna kill the shit out of you, dude.
He tells the spider to bury his brother, then drink himself to death for all he cares. He's done with him.
That's gnarly.
Then he turns and leaves as the spider cries. After leaving the castle, you go to the campsite where you had dinner the night before to find Kiku hiding safely. She says Jubei told her to run here if shit hit the fan. She asks where her father is, and you tell her you have no idea. You hoped he'd be here. She panics, saying, we have to find him. You tell her that her safety is more important right now. It's what Jubei would want. You tell her to get on her horse, and the two of you ride out of there, far from the burning castle. As the two of you ride off, Kiku is fearing the worst. That her father is dead, just like yours. Taken by the Saito clan. You tell her that until you see a body, there's no reason to believe that. You'll hunt down the spider and force that little shit to tell you where Jubei and Oyuki are being held. Kiku asks how you'll find the spider. He could be anywhere. You say that you know a guy named Hanbei. He used to be the best bounty hunter in all of Ezo. He'll help you track him down. She's not so sure, but doesn't really have a choice in the matter. The two of you ride through the night to the one place you know to be safe. Your homestead under Mount Yotei. You arrive and Kiku looks around, seeing the grave of her grandparents for the first time, wondering if she will soon be visiting her father's as well.
Ugh.
Kiku, who grew up wealthy and privileged, looks around, wondering how four of you could possibly live in a place so small. You tell her it might be smaller than she's used to, but you were all so incredibly happy here. Then you tell her to get some rest. It was a long, hard ride to get here, and she settles down for the night. You wake up a couple hours later to the sound of Kiku yelling. You jump up and run outside to see her swinging a wooden practice sword, saying, "Die, Lord Saito, I'll kill you."
Oh.
You approach her and see that she's crying through the swings. She screams at you, asking why you weren't there for him. Why didn't you protect Jubei? You tell her that you're sorry. You allowed vengeance to take hold of you. You didn't follow him because you wanted to kill the rest of the Yotei Six for what they did to your family. You never meant for Jubei to get hurt or taken. Kiku says that death just follows wherever you go.
Ugh.
You promise her you'll begin your hunt for the spider right away and find Jubei and Oyuki. She drops the sword of wood, and the two of you head back inside, taking you into Chapter 3, The Cost of Revenge. You take off, middle of the night, leaving Kiku behind, and head straight for Mount Yotei to find Hanbei, the one-armed bounty hunter. You arrive, and he's still awake. He takes one look at you and can tell something's wrong, saying to tell him everything. By a fire, you relay everything that's happened since you last saw him, fighting back tears the whole time. Hanbei tells you that Lord Saito has a major weakness. Revenge. He can't let shit go, which is why he killed your father, took his arm, and now risks a war with the Matsumai. He tells you not to allow yourself to have the same flaw.
It's kind of late for that, bud.
You tell him that's all fine and dandy, but he has Jubei. You have to get him back. He says to think like your enemy. The spider just lost his brother in battle. What would you do in the same event? You say that you would bury him. That's when you remember. The Saito clan has a burial ground in Tokachi Ridge. That's likely where he'll be. Hanbei says, that's why he's the best bounty hunter in Ezo.
Logic.
Go look for him there. You ride straight there, never stopping, with your wolf companion matching your horse's stride. You arrive just as the spider is saying his final goodbyes. He turns and sees you standing there, and asks if you're here to cross another name off your sash. You tell him he can live, so long as he tells you where Junbei and Oyuki are. Spider says he told his father to cut off their heads and leave them for you to find.
Ugh.
But since it was his idea, Lord Saito didn't listen.
I'm sorry, that's very funny.
He literally never listens to the spider.
That's why you're named after a bug. Your brother, the dragon. You, bug.
You ask him to help you find them, and he laughs. You killed his brother. What makes you think he'll help you find yours? You point to a grave next to the dragons, asking who it belongs to. He says it's his sister Fumi. She starved to death after your father abandoned the clan. Wasn't even old enough to walk.
Oh my god.
You ask if that's why they hunted down your father, as justice for Fumi. He laughs, saying in this life, there is no justice, only death. Then he pulls a pistol and fires, just barely missing. He runs off and you give chase.
That's right, he's still like hocked up on opium. He cannot shoot, right?
He continues to fire on you as he runs, shouting insults and asking questions. Asking why you killed so many people on your mission to defeat the Yotei Six. If it was to bring your family peace, then why did you abandon him on the beach? He's your family, and you left him to be captured. How does that bring peace? In your head, you hear Kiku answer saying, death follows wherever you go.
Ugh.
You finally catch up to him on a cliff, and you tackle him, sending you both over the edge.
Whoa.
You land 20 feet below, and he stands, saying, let's finish this.
You're both fine. There's no fall damage.
No.
You're like, all right.
Lightning crackles all around, striking between the two of you
That's cool.
as you draw your sword ready to battle. Even while fighting, you tell him, you're done seeking revenge. You just want to save your brother. If he lays down his sword, you'll let him live. He doesn't believe you, but throws it anyway, telling you to end him. With his brother gone, he's all alone now anyway. You slash at him, barely nicking his flesh. He reaches for the small cut, wondering why you didn't kill him. You hold up your sash and cross out his name. He laughs at his fortune and turns his back on you, saying Lord Saito has your brother and friend in a prison. He'll take you straight to them. You'll need to go by boat anyway.
He's like, all right, we're cool.
You ask if he's really going to betray Lord Saito, and he says his father abandoned him, so fuck that guy. You ride back to check on Kiku and tell her that her father and Oyuki are still alive, and that you have a plan. She's excited, and then apologizes for saying death follows you. You tell her it's okay. You needed to hear it.
And it's true.
Now, you're going to go rescue the others, so you can be a family again. You meet with the spider at his rowboat. It's the point of no return, and once you step on it, your fate is sealed. You try asking about what you can expect at Koga Fortress, and the spider says no. He agreed to take you to your brother. That's all you're getting from him. Just because you spared him doesn't mean he trusts you not to go through and kill his friends. He won't be giving you any pointers. You ask what he'll do after he drops you off, and he says he's heading back to the mainland, become his own person away from his father and brother. As he paddles, the scene shifts to within Koga itself, where Lord Saito is holding the masks of his two sons.
One is dead to me.
He turns around facing Jubei and Oyuki and screams in Jubei's face, demanding he tell him where you are. But Jubei sits there silently. Oyuki tells him that they'll never rat you out. Saito walks over to her and puts his hands around her throat, saying that if only she had shown him the same loyalty as a wolf. But she's no wolf. She was the kitsune, a fox. Jubei tells him to keep his hands off her, and Saito turns to him saying, "Oh, so you can talk." He thought the destruction of Katsumatsumai turned him into a mute, burned to the ground, like that great big ginkgo tree that once grew on your family plot.
Oh.
Jubei laughs, saying, "The ginkgo tree lives. It still sprouts beautiful golden leaves." Saito says that's interesting. Let it bring you comfort while you face execution. As for the kitsune, he has something special planned. Back as Atsu, you climb the side of a mountain up to Koga Fortress, having been dropped off by the spider. You make it to the top and pull out your spyglass looking for your brother. You see him, lined up to be executed, and you rush over to stop it. You get there just in time, killing his captors. You apologize to him, saying you should have gone with him instead of staying behind to fight the dragon. Jubei tells you that Lord Saito is here, the last of the Yotei Six. The Onryo will have her revenge. You tell him you're over it. You don't care about that. You just want your family to be safe now.
Aww.
You promise Kiku. He says he wishes he could believe you, but he knows you can't escape that night. Not while he lives. You cry, saying you're trying so fucking hard to get past it. But he's right. You can't. But also, you can't finish this without him.
It's what Dad would have wanted.
Jubei sighs, saying Saito has something special planned for Oyuki. If you hurry, you can save her too. And take down Lord Saito in the process. On the way, he notices the spider's name crossed off your sash. You tell him that you actually let him go. You're tired of death following you. Something Kiku said. You say she's just like him. Stubborn and smart, using her words the way you use a sword. Jubei should be proud, and he says he is. The two of you fight your way to where they're keeping Oyuki. You sneak inside and decapitate her guards.
You two love decapitating
Right?
together. Like, it's not something Atsu jumps to without her brother, but when they're together, they're like, these heads will fucking roll.
Yeah. You release her and tell her it's time to go home. She says Lord Saito knew you'd come for her and is waiting for you to avenge his sons, where this all began. You look at Jubei and realize he's gone back to your home, where Kiku is all alone.
Oh, fuck.
The three of you exit the prison to discover Lord Saito's other surprise. His army, waiting for you.
God damn it.
You manage to find 3 horses and charge through the enemy forces, trampling them into the ground.
Good.
You ride, pushing those stallions for everything they have, to try and head off Lord Saito. You arrive to find Lord Saito and Kiku sitting at a table together under the ginkgo tree. Kiku tries to run to you, but Saito tells her to sit the fuck down. He says that his fight is with the ghost.
Fuck.
If everyone else leaves right now, he'll let them take Kiku with them. Just as long as you and he stay and finish this once and for all. You turn to Jubei and tell him to do as he says. He nods, and Saito tells Kiku to join her family. She runs and hugs you. Then Jubei takes her, and he, Kiku, and Oyuki all leave, as Saito stands. You ask him if killing your father was worth it, now that you've taken everything else from him. He says that you and he aren't so different. Revenge drives you both. You lift up your sash, with his name being the only one left. You walk up to a fire pit and drop it, letting it burn because you finally found a reason to live.
Oh, honey.
Saito pulls his massive naginata, which is that pole with a knife on its end,
Okay.
as your final battle begins. You call him a coward, telling him to draw his sword and fight you, katana on katana, like a true warrior. But he has every weapon you do. He knows every move that you possess, and fights back with the strength and ferocity of 10 men. You cut his naginata in half, and he's in shock. saying, "Fine, we'll do it your way." Then does one of the most fucked up things this game has to offer, if you played Ghost of Tsushima anyway.
Okay.
Every time you started a duel in the first game, Jin Sakai would pop his sword out by pressing his thumb against the hilt until it released from the scabbard with a little click.
Kind of like the way you like almost holster a gun in a Western.
Yeah. Atsu has had a completely different approach to fights and pulled her sword out her own way.
Yeah.
But here, Lord Saito pops his the exact same way as Jin Sakai.
Did it activate your brain?
Oh my god, I was like, fuck you. Like,
how dare you?
Genuinely, it was a how dare you do this.
Don't you do this to me.
His opening move sends your sword flying, and you're left defenseless. Saito moves in to strike, and is blocked by Jubei joining the fray.
Jubei!
He tells you that Kiku is with Oyuki, and that you'll finish this together.
As twin wolves.
You grab your sword, and the twin wolves work together to take down Lord Saito.
Yes!
He's still a formidable foe, and works to spread the battlefield, eventually getting the upper hand on you. Jubei runs over, and Saito turns, driving his katana straight through Jubei's stomach.
Oh my god!
Lord Saito wipes the blood from his sword and points to you, as Jubei collapses at his feet.
Fuck! Fuck!
You rush at him, and as your swords clash, the scenery bounces back and forth between now and the night of the burning tree. The voices of your wolf pack sound off in your head, encouraging you, giving you words of advice. You back Lord Saito up against the tree and knock his sword out of his hands. You grab it, and with yours and his, drive them both through his body, pinning him to the tree like he had done to you 16 years ago.
Oh my god.
He says, "Come, little wolf," and then coughs up blood as you hear Kiku and Oyuki come rushing over to Jubei.
Oh my god.
Before Saito draws his final breath, you leave him there to die alone and join your family. Jubei coughs and sputters, hanging on to the last bits of life he has. He can barely say his daughter's name, and you promise she will never be alone. He nods, and then lets go, dying under the ginkgo tree.
Oh my god.
Color drains from the world, and you turn to see Kiku, sobbing as you had done on this very spot, having just become an orphan like you. You hug her, letting her know you'll be there for her, always. Color returns as she accepts you, hugging back. The last family member either of you possess. 6 months later, you sit in the same forest where you and your brother foraged for mushrooms. You see young Jubei, whining that he doesn't even like mushrooms. He turns into Kiku, saying she found enough for dinner and she's ready to return home. She says she wants to show you something on the way, though. You ask if this is where she's been sneaking off to lately, and she says she didn't think you noticed. She found some seeds and planted them nearby, wanting to know what kind of flower they are. Her dad always wanted her to study flowers, after all. You smile, saying they're Kiku flowers.
Oh my god.
They were his favorite growing up.
I'm having a panic attack. This is terrible.
She says he always brought one home after being gone, never knowing their name. She says sometimes she can see him out of the corner of her eye, but then she looks and he's not there.
Oh my god. This is... Oh. Are you okay? I'm not
I know,
okay.
it's a hard ending. You tell her that her grandmother taught you that music can reach the dead, and she wonders if he can hear her when she plays. You promise her he can. Then you tell her to pick a flower, and the two of you will lay it at his grave. You arrive at the house, just as Oyuki comes by for a visit. You tell Kiku to grab her shamisen, so she and Oyuki can play for Jubei. They sit together and begin to strum, as you lay the flower at Jubei's grave. You tell him that Kiku has become a great musician, and that he'd be proud. You hear a growl behind you and turn. Your wolf friend is there. You approach, and he stays still so you can pet him. You lean down and tell him, your hunt is over. As if he understands, he turns and leaves. You stand and head over to Kiku and Oyuki to join them in song under the watchful gaze of the snow-capped Mount Yotei. As the credits roll. The end. And that was Ghost of Yotei.
Oh my god.
Whew. Heavy fucking ending, right?
I need a drink. This is driving me to drink. Holy shit.
Yeah, no choice at the end of this one.
My heart hurts.
Yeah.
That's fucking awful. Like, what a beautiful story. What an incredible world. What a beautiful just everything. But fuck me, that ending hits like a punch in the throat.
To get reunited with Jubei only to get him torn away again. Just fuck off.
For him to die the same way his father did on the same ground his father did in front of his daughter. Oh my god.
And like death followed her one last time too.
I feel like I lost the air in
I'm
me.
so sorry.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a hard. I love this game so much. It's so fantastic. The combat, the mechanics are so much better. Like it really was an improvement on the first game.
I'm too emotional. I don't think I could play this. Like,
no, I don't think so either. It's a difficult game. Like,
my ass would be crying way too much.
It's appropriate. It came out around the same time as Expedition 33 because the whole theme is period.
And it's kind of fucked up and appropriate. We're releasing this episode right after Father's Day.
Yeah, right. Sorry, everybody.
Really sorry. Now, this is 300 years after Tsushima.
Right.
Does the ghost of Jin Sakai show up as promised in the title?
Okay, so yes. Jin Sakai, like, we do find out about him in this story. It is, I think, in chapter 3, so it's pretty late in the whole story.
The cost of revenge.
And like, it is a full, like, just side mission and shit like that. So what you do find out is that Jin Sakai, after the events of Ghost of Tsushima, moved to Ezo.
Oh, okay.
In order to hide from, like, all the problems, because he
Right.
became an outlaw after that.
He may or may not have killed, like, the equivalent of a senator.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like his uncle, you know.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
The Shogun was after him regardless. So he came to Ezo to kind of live and die alone. It's not a happy ending for Jin Sakai.
There's no happy endings in the Ghost series.
No,
That's why they're ghosts. They have unresolved shit to do.
Yeah, but you do find his mask and his armor that you can, like, take and
Oh,
and
that's
wear and
cool.
Shit. So, yeah. But, yeah, so you get a little bit of, like, here's what happened to Jin Sakai. Not great.
Not fucking great. I mean, the whole theme of this Sucker Punch is to sucker punch you in the fucking heart.
Yeah, throat,
my
heart,
God.
stomach, all of it. Yeah.
Ugh, right through the torso, just like Jubei. Fuck me. Oh.
Well, Goombas, hope you enjoyed that.
I'm so bummed out right now.
I mean, sometimes feelings are a great way of living, so yeah.
It reminds you you're alive.
Yes, exactly. So please make sure you like, you subscribe, you go to our website, theothercastlepodcast.com.
That's theothercastlepodcast.com. I'm so fucked up right now.
Tell your friends about us. Go to our Patreon where we have 2 exclusive shows. We do DLCs, histories, movie commentaries, and sometimes we just talk. Sounds a little bit like this. Venues started blaming Ray for selling them on a product he couldn't provide.
Oh no.
So he said, fuck it. I'll do it myself. The mayor of New York City banned pinball entirely.
Because of degeneracy?
It had a bad reputation amongst some circles, being seen as a game for lowlifes.
That's so silly.
I think I watched a couple adult videos through it just to see what that was like.
You fucking Google Gooner.
And if you donate at the $5 and up tier, you get to hear your name at the end of the credits. So we're going to go through it, starting with Aaron, Amber, so Thanatoasted,
Clinton, Daniel, James,
Rye Guy, Gunner, Clarissa,
Ellen, Krisha, Molly.
Trenton, Chase. My name's Tom.
Yes, it is. And I'm Andrea. And our next patron is Anniversary Said. I love the names you guys send in on these.
X of Triforce, Luigi,
Oliver, JCC, Nimitz.
Julio, and Caroline.
Thank you so much. We love you. All of our patrons are listed in the show notes. Thank you so much for helping us keep this show ad-free. I'm really sorry if we bummed you out.
As the end of season
End
12.
of season 12. But we will be coming back with season 13. In the meantime, if you want to hang out with us, you can follow us on social. We are going on some adventures. We're on YouTube and Instagram. Those are our main social platforms. So we're millennials.
Yes.
We don't do TikTok.
We're going to be playing through some of these games that we covered this last season on like Twitch and then going up on our YouTube. So make sure you
Yeah.
follow all those things as well.
If you are mad at Tom for making you cry in public, you can tell him directly in our Discord. That's linked wherever you're listening to this as well. Discord is also where I like to go through the game suggestions to pull games for next season. So if you have something and you're like, bitch, if you don't do this, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna bully you in real life. 1, weird. 2, leave it in the Discord.
That is the best place to do it. And as always, this is Tom and Andrea reminding you,
I'm craving a Hamburger Samurai
and don't skip the cutscenes.
with fries.
Bye!